So we left off. I guess I can play
At roll initiative.
something. Yeah, basically. Um, we left off. Yeah, paused 1 second before getting attacked. The ship, repairing the ship. Water coming into the ship, leaving the ship, looking for wood, getting attacked by O crabs and B crabs. Um, Mo getting absolutely obliterated by any sort of crab. Crabs losing their claws and putting them back on. Stepping foot on the beach. And then Battle Beach music. A huge sea turtle bursts out of the sandy beach and looks at us with somehow we know murderous intent. As the turn order
I've studied the
appears.
facial expressions of
Yeah.
sea turtles for years.
Everybody succeeds on their nature and survival checks.
Thank you, Kirito.
Need to open up Mo's sheet.
Alicia is well attuned to turtles, even though she's probably never seen one before.
Whoa.
Wait, you can re-roll the ones.
Wait, Tim, speak again?
Meh. Oh yeah, did roll a 1. Ah!
No, my volume for you is totally screwed up.
No, you're pretty loud on my end as well. Oh, what a reroll.
I have a 22 now.
Wait, what? Oh, because you can't roll once, right?
Halfling, yeah.
So stupid.
I don't know. I think out of all the racial features, I mean, human probably has the best one if you do the alternate human, being able to choose a feat. But
Right.
in terms of just kind of standard racial abilities, it's that might be the best one.
Resistances are nice on some, but that one is actively. How many times do you come across fire? Fair amount. How many times do you roll once? A lot.
Yeah, at least once a session, probably twice.
Yeah.
Do you guys see its nameplate and everything?
Not its nameplate. But
Really?
we can
Just
see from the
HP.
initiative what its name is.
How about now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So, descending order. Smallleaf, you are first. We take step on the beach, yep, and then whatever, through some sonic vibrations or something, this huge sea turtle bursts out, bigger than anybody here has seen. Unless you roll and somehow convince me otherwise.
I don't even think I've
And-
seen a turtle before.
Yeah, right. Yeah, part of it, you're like, yes, all turtles are like this.
Yeah.
And just for reference, Alicia is concentrating on Bless,
Correct.
and
Right.
I'm concentrating on Redair's concentrating on Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Molly's gives 0 fucks about sea creatures or their feelings.
I forget, who was the one that was, mostly interested in, stomping the crabs?
Well, Redair had a moment of of intensity when he got what was that, 2 crits in a row.
20 and
Yeah.
18. What about 12? Is 12 a miss?
All 3 of them miss.
What?
Ooh.
Jordan warned
Oh,
us
don't
last
roll-
time that this
roll
thing
blast,
is tanky
right?
crazy. Yeah, you get bless on each of those, so see if you.
I rolled that on my
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You still won't hit. No.
What
So
about 22?
you can roll
Last
bless.
one hit?
You can roll bless on the 22.
Twice.
I warned you.
He did.
Wait,
That's 4 on the 20, so that's a 24.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're re-rolling them all. Yeah, so the plus 4 on the 22, you make that hit. So your monk unarmed strike, the last one.
Yeah, the 12 misses.
They all miss, but the last one.
Yeah, exactly. So a 24 misses, but a
This
26
is a
hits.
super tanky creature.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Yep. 7. Okay.
So we know its AC is between 23 and 26.
It's like that Deathbot 9000. It's just that one punch kills it. Like what?
Yeah, it's super tanky. And it's dead.
Yeah, right.
We just had to hit it once.
Alright, good work, guys. Yeah, where do you want to redirect the overkill damage? Yeah, so the first one was a 24, and that missed, but the 26 hit. So its AC is either 25 or 26.
So when you say missed, it did like the turtle dodge it, or is it?
So, yeah, I would actually say that. I mean, Small Leaf with his training and stuff, both the shell and skin of this sea turtle is, it is even beyond rock hard, I would say.
It's like he struck it, but it just didn't.
Yeah, like you would say that this turtle is like magically enhanced rock hard. Like there's something definitely abnormal about this. Okay, so is there anything else that you want to do?
Cry.
Yeah, right. Well, crying takes up your move and your bonus action, so. Alicia.
So Alicia has never tried
sorry,
to poly.
Didn't mean to click that.
Alicia has never tried to polymorph something else. What if I could make it into a smaller, lesser intimidating turtle?
Well, keep in mind, if you polymorph it, it has the hit point pool of whatever you polymorph it into. Once we punch through that, it just reverts back.
Right, but the excess damage carries over to it,
Yeah.
which is
So
a way
you
of.
could turn it into like a rabbit that has one hit point.
I was gonna
and then
say
we-
just a normal turtle, but
Yeah.
exactly. And then we
So I
can just
mean,
we could try to deal a singular huge blow to it then, or we just fucking throw this thing into like the ocean, walk away from it. But
I think we have two ways to fight this thing. One is to boost our accuracy, such as through Bless, or giving ourselves advantage, because advantage, makes it more likely
Actually, I'm
that
gonna go
we'll
bathroom
roll.
quick, I'll be back.
Makes it more likely that we'll roll high, or get crits, or we try to deal damage to it that doesn't require beating its AC. Like if you can do damage on a wisdom save.
yeah,
Or do although it's probably going to be dex saves, like throwing fireball. It depends how good its dex is.
its dex can't be good. It's giant and a turtle.
Yeah, I'm thinking its dex probably isn't good, so fireball may be the way to go.
Yeah, times like this, I wish that I had disintegrate.
I could drop Daron's instant fortress on it. What does it? It's a DC 15 dex save. It's a DC 15's dex save, 10d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half on a success. So it's still.
On your turtle now. He's AFK.
So even if it does have a good dex,
Yeah.
it still takes half damage from fireball. So that is something.
That is guaranteed damage.
Yeah, and if you empower it, I mean,
I can do that. I mean, I don't even see, I think Small Leaf's 7, I don't even see a dent on that. So maybe I'll open with a fireball and we can maybe get a sense for its HP values.
Yeah. I may drop the fortress on it.
I like it.
The other, well, actually, does the fortress? It doesn't take any damage from that. No, it doesn't.
Plus, you have your winged boots, so you could like fly over it and actually
Just drop it.
Straight drop.
Yeah. The only thing is, it says I have to use my action to place it on the ground and speak its command word.
Dropping a building on your turtle, so you have to deal with it.
And speak its command word.
All right, a little metagamey, but Alicia's actually gonna chuck a fireball at this thing and just see.
Well, I guess you could say, seeing as Small Leaf's attacks all clobber, strike it, but don't seem to that effective. You could reason oh, maybe magical.
Yep. So we're gonna just chuck a little fireball there, and if it's low, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna empower this crap. Oh my god, look at those ones. All right, so I'm gonna re-roll 4 ones. 4d6. Is there? Yeah. So whatever this is, it's 25 plus this minus 4. So 35 damage.
Okay.
Still not huge, but
one of the turtle's passives activates.
Ooh.
One of the turtles passed.
Okay. So now it has to make a normal dodge roll.
I like that. Protective shell.
Spendy source.
Actually, yeah, he can't. He can't pass this even on a 20. So.
So 35 of the damages.
Okay.
It's like the health bar goes down like 1 sliver.
Oh no, God, it's so much.
Yep.
I don't have the spell slots for this. I love such hate it already. And that protective shell is just probably always, yeah?
Well, as long as the turtle has the shell.
I'm gonna break its shell.
Yep, pull its spine out. It's connected.
Just make Morgan Cannon's greater pot and just boil them.
Quicken and empowered. I do have empowered.
Yeah, I think upon seeing that, Alicia is just kind of like, she's like, "What is this thing?" That's her turn.
It is. It's a big beastie. Mo is going to.
But like, look at it.
He's gonna like run over to this this palm tree, and
Natural 1.
yeah, he's gonna do longbow shot.
I think our best bet is to get some crits on some people.
Okay, so I miss.
That's a plus 14. Okay. Maybe bonus. So if we want our martial guys to hit, they need to have advantage.
Right.
Well, at least Mo can call advantage, unless it absorbs that too.
Yeah, Mo's gonna mark it, and that's gonna be his turn. Right there.
Maybe Mo can blind it if it does damage. Damage is like.
Just thinking about that.
Blinding would be good because then everybody would get advantage on it for attacks. A creature you touch. See, I could do greater invisibility on somebody, and then when you're invisible and you attack, you have advantage.
That might be worth you doing on yourself instead of Hunter's marking yourself, unless you do it.
Yeah, but if I'm going to do it on myself, I do Vow of Enmity, which gives me the same bonus.
Then you probably it's hard to tell because Small Leaf has like 1,000,000 hits, and then Mo has one big one. So I don't know what's better there.
That's why I was thinking of casting it on like one person. Like I could concentrate on invisibility on Small Leaf, which with all of his hits, that's more chances for for crits.
I can always swap Bless for Haste as well, so that we have somebody or two people hasted even potentially.
Mm-hmm. More attacks is good, but we need more attacks with advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Mo do the blinding thing.
Yeah,
I think
Like,
that's the best way.
I think
'cause
him
that'll
pulling
give-
that off sooner is better than him even like doing.
And that'll
30
give
damage.
advantage to everybody
Yeah, for 1 minute, which is like
for
huge.
1 minute.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's better than any ability we could pull off. So
I wanted to throw that fireball just to get a sense of its HP from the bar moving. I don't like the
Yeah.
35 was
so
small.
I think I could do about 50 damage there. Yeah, it's gonna be like if I want Ridder's normal attacks to do anything, like I'm gonna have to start pumping a lot of resources into it, where it's like the advantage, Hexblade Curse, all the whole 9 yards. Or I could throw a fireball and hope it's a 75% chance it hits, which is probably better. Throwing one fireball is probably better than going through the whole buff up routine.
It's a hard sell because if you could even like haste yourself, and like if you're gonna, I'm just thinking of like other ways to use the 3rd level fireball. If you haste,
Yeah.
you'll have you'll have another attack, but I could do that as well.
Right. Well, you're concentrating on blast, which I think is more important for accuracy.
If Mo can blind it, then maybe 2 people hasted would be better than the +4 bless, but maybe not.
It's tough. Well, yeah. I think we need bless because I think that extra +1 to 4 for 3 people.
That's true, and I keep doing deck save things too, because if it couldn't save that fireball, it can't save my righteous flame or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for now, we'll see how good we start doing when the blind effect happens.
Which could take like 2 rounds or 3 rounds possibly, but
For setup, yeah. So I think I'm going to...
This would be a creature for like Rain's, Evard's Black Tentacles, and
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to start like throwing everything at this if it's not going to make too much of a difference. Okay, so yeah, I have an idea. I think I am going to start throwing everything at it, and I'll save Darren's instant fortress for the finishing blow, if things get dicey. So I think I'm going to start with... Well, we haven't seen how good its attack is yet. I think what I'm going to do is haste as my turn, and then bonus action Hexblade Curse on it. Because that'll do more damage if I hit. And I don't want to waste the sorcery points just yet. So if I'm going to spend a bonus action to get Hexblade Curse on it, I may as well normal action to cast haste. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, and then I guess I'll move 1, 2, 3, 4.
you have haste, so you're like, I'll just move.
Yeah.
Like
I'll just move all the way behind it. Yeah.
Just whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, technically I could, so.
And if you wanted to icon yourself for haste,
Yeah, I'll switch that out. Yeah, I think I'll move behind it, even though it doesn't necessarily give any advantages. I will move behind it. Actually.
if it happens to have a breath weapon for no reason.
Yeah.
As a ass cannon weapon.
Oh no.
As a breath weapon out of its other side.
As the breath weapons to avoid with evasion, but I don't know about ass cannons.
Not the burrito weapon.
Yeah. Let's...
Okay, end turn.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Huge.
I think actually I still get the extra attack on the turn I cast haste. Yeah, because I get an extra action, which I can use to make a single weapon attack. Yeah,
Yep.
so I actually do get the one attack action. So let me do that. Oh, and well, I can.
1d4. Come on, 25. Come on, 4. 4.
Ah,
Damn it.
Yep, that's fine. We'll wait for Mo to blind it. So end turn.
Okay.
I'm about to get like one shot.
What was the 1d4 for?
Hexblade
What?
Curse, or for
Oh.
the
Oh, for the
sword.
21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to add to it.
Okay, so the sea turtle will, like, basically just take one of his fins and slap at Smallleaf, and one of its feet will go to slap at Redare. This is towards Smallleaf. Oh my god. Oh,
No.
Jesus. Oh, no.
Does anybody have inspiration to turn that off, please?
Yeah, seriously, does anybody have inspiration?
No.
That would be an excellent time to use it.
You could retroactively grant me inspiration.
CJ, your attack gets advantage because of my mark.
Oh, really? Okay. Let me. Well, I'll roll again. Thank you for.
I have an
Nine.
inspiration.
Dang.
No.
You have inspiration? Do you want to use it to force the turtle to reroll?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Woo!
misses. Yeah. Let's just see how much damage that would have been, though.
Oh,
Yeah, 61.
That would have been almost all my health.
Yeah.
before we-
Yeah, just like, bonk. Okay, and this is the back one towards CJ, but this one is
Pretty
going to
good.
have a -2 to it because you're behind it. Okay, so
Yeah,
12.
nice.
Yeah, that's its turn. Smallleaf.
Molly!
So the sea turtle takes, like, you know, a slap that its entire fin should have covered Smallleaf's entire body, but just his monk training, maybe even just the memory of fighting the captain and seeing him, like, phase around and stuff like that, you know, he just had that split-second instinct and, like, dashed out real quick and went back to his spot, you know, just to see if he could do it, and he did it, so... Yep.
This is awesome.
He does not get hit. But the ground below you is now glass. Like-
29, 24. The 29's a definite hit.
so the 24 will automatically hit no matter what. So
Because
you
bless,
guys
right?
know that its
Yeah.
AC is now 25.
Yep. Yeah, CJ,
so
you're right.
both-
I have to keep bless on. There's no way
Yeah.
around that.
It's turning. It's going to be the. Yeah, and especially with, like, as long as one person is hasted, it stacks nicely.
So the 20 will not hit even with bless.
Oh, let's go roll it
Yeah.
anyway.
If Smallleaf wanted to add any charges to the Staff of Striking hits, he could do that because he can just add them now. But I don't even know if it's that. It's not enough damage because this thing's
No,
got
it's
really
not.
Right.
So
He lands a crit though.
Yeah, definitely do it on a crit.
the 24 does hit.
Yep. Yeah, you got 2 hits. The 24 and the 29.
13 and an 8.
Okay.
Nice.
21.
And then he has resistance to bludgeoning damage.
Don't give away my secrets.
I'm not gonna. What's the
No.
point of blowing key points if
No.
it ends up coming like something more severe than this? So,
You see,
especially because my unarmed strikes aren't making
you
contact.
see the turtle pull a vial out of its pocket. You're like, shoot the vial! Hit the vial!
I quit. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You dirty son of a
Somebody hold their action
Yeah.
for the turtle. Pull the
Yeah.
vial out of
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
to swipe it.
That
Of
would
his
be
skills.
that would be what we need Oliver for. And then,
Yeah.
but he would screw it up, so we couldn't have him do it.
I was gonna say Redair does have the red vial.
Yeah, yeah, you could test it out.
Yeah. I don't think he would do that though, considering the weird fish he ate. He would probably be like, I'm not eating anything I'm not ingesting anything that I don't know what it is
True.
or where it came from.
After seeing everything that's happened so far, Alicia, with no metagame knowledge whatsoever, simply says, he only has a 25% chance to dodge this, and does Sacred Flame.
Right. Hey, and he does.
Or at least at this point, Alicia thinks it's 50%.
Yeah, right. You're like, dang it. So
Yeah, it's
Keeping
like,
track of all the times I
two for
cast
one.
spells that they have to dodge out of the way.
yeah, so basically,
How
just,
does he dodge this?
so yeah, basically, just the description would be that you cast Sacred Flame, and it he moves in such a way that it hits his shell instead, and you see the Sacred Flame. I mean, just kind of, I guess Sacred Flame spawns instantaneously at the target. It's not really like a projectile.
Yeah, because it doesn't. People don't benefit from cover with it.
Right.
But I envision it a bit of like a small beam of light coming down, but that's just my own personal
Yeah. Well, either way, however it animates, you see the turtle shell, glow in that color and just absorb it.
Alicia looks up to the sky and blinks exactly 6.5 times.
Right.
Raw? What was that? But I guess Alicia would shout out from a thing something like, "Oh, it shall seem to absorb the magic."
Yep. Diabolical.
Diabolical. Alicia's actually gonna use her movement though and move here.
Yeah, we need to set up Mo for a clear shot to blind it.
Yeah, in terms of environment details, it's basically just these palm trees, and those are just I picked up vines to act as seaweed kind of.
Actually, I'm having trouble deciding because on one hand, Alicia would want to regroup with the team to potentially do haste if needed, but the boat full of bodies is behind her, and I think she would maybe actually stay with the bodies. I don't know if I don't know what she would do here, because in my head I'm like, well, if I swap to a haste down here, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't.
What? I picked colors.
Yeah, nobody's heard enough yet to prompt her to move. I guess the thing would be she'll move here and leave it. In the event that she needs to actually she'll move to here, because that would give her the ability to get to anybody. Hold on, so she was here. Yeah, she'll move there. This will allow her to get to anybody if they need to be healed. Yep. That would be, yeah, that would be her motivating factor, is if somebody needs help, she can assist them. Boat.
Come on.
Corpse boat. Okay. Yep, that's gonna be Alicia's
I
turn.
want to see if the text. Okay. I want to make sure that the text moved with it.
This water was so shallow, the boat's not gonna just go out to sea randomly. Well, there go the corpses.
Alright, it's the boat's turn. Wait, why did it screw up? Hold on. Got it. Moo. Gem of Brightness. This is the one charge version. Oh, whoops. I have to. Gem
Is
of
that one just you affect one target?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was like a one target, or you could do more charges, I guess, to affect an area.
Yeah, it's 1 charge for single target or 5 charges for the shotgun.
Oh,
But
nice.
their saves and effect are exactly the same, so it's basically just way more expensive.
Yeah.
to-
You almost just have to hit 5 targets or more to make it worth it.
Right. So another thing, if you were thinking about not wanting Alicia, if you wanted her to concentrate on something else, Mo has Bless.
Okay.
So that's always a consideration.
I was gonna say I did think of that because technically Radair does too, but
Right.
I already cast haste.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Bless on, so we might as well, like, if we need to shift
Yeah.
halfway through the fight to a different strategy, that's perfect. But I think for now, let it go. I was looking at my polymorphs, and the T-Rex only has a +9 or +10 to hit, rather. So it's when we got it, it was an insanely high bonus. Now it's not so much.
Right. So the turtle has a 50% chance to.
Alicia turns and stares directly at the gem.
Oh, actually, I guess I have to. This is actually counts as a spell. Okay. But he has a +5 con, so a 50% chance. Okay. So he just barely passed that time. So statistically, gambler's luck. Will succeed next time.
I can't do favored by the gods.
Which means he's gonna crit on my ass.
So that was Mo's action. He will mark it as a bonus action and end turn. Radair.
All right. Well, I'll take my 3 attacks. I don't think I can use my bonus action for anything. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I'm not gonna use a bonus action for anything. But I will get that first attack with advantage. Even with plus, that's not gonna hit.
Right.
So 2 more attacks. Oh no.
Roll a d20. Okay. Nothing happens.
Nice. But I guess that's 1 hit, so we'll take that.
Yep.
Oh, just wait. When I get a crit, I'm going to be using a 4th level spell to smite that.
When?
Yeah, when?
Until he does a 1d4 and
Actually,
hits you.
wait a minute. Was that a... No, that wasn't a 19, 20. Yeah, it was a 15. Okay, end turn.
Okay.
Need to make sure I have my crit set up right, because... Yeah.
How do we parlay with this turtle?
Alicia's on the ground, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now she's gonna... Or it is gonna slap at Alicia and at Radair again. So this one is Alicia. And
Blocked.
towards Radair, but -2.
Okay, miss.
Well, so what's your AC, Radair?
23.
Okay. So he could still hit you on a 19. Okay. Well, that's the turtle's turn. Small leaf.
What if we flip this turtle over? He gets to re-roll the staff of striking hit.
Yep.
Man, yeah. That's good for us.
Crit? Nope, 20.
So roll bless for the 23.
If it's a 2 or more, you hit.
Statistically.
50%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got him.
There we go.
Right.
For 12. And then I'm gonna do my 1 unarmed just for shits and giggles. Hey, look at 25 for an 8.
Nice. Okay, 20. So the turtle is definitely in barely injured status now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yay.
I wish I had disintegrate so bad.
Turtle great.
I know what that spell does in 3.5 or edition, but I know it's similar in 5th.
That's
but I don't
Molly's
know
turn?
what details are different.
Yep.
Okay.
But it is a fun spell in 3.5.
It's a shit ton of dice plus 40.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Alicia's turn.
I know. I'm debating. I have an idea. It's probably a bad idea, but I have an idea. Yeah, it's a bad idea. Well, status quo. I guess Alicia looks back at the sky, looks at the turtle, sky turtle, and sacred flame. Okay, so
16 radiant damage.
16 radiant damage.
Only the finest damage.
Ow!
I'm actually kind of thinking about next turn, if this goes on long enough, doing the what is that? The Radiant Soul, so that I can just do more damage, because if I have to actually like do a lot of the damage here just because of its like saving throws. Radiant Soul is when I do it for 1 minute, I have the flying speed, but I also get to add my level to every attack for radiant damage, so that would have done an additional 11. Yep. Yeah, that's Alicia's gonna do that for now.
Okay. Mo, normal thing, it's going to be 15, so first is the shell. And then next is a con save versus 15. So this one should hit.
Oh.
So the
I
next
want
one
a
should
refund.
hit.
Fund.
Markham. And
That's okay. You're still.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
once it happens.
Once it goes off.
Win condition.
Redair. First one is marked.
Okay. Mark. Yeah. First one marked.
Marked by Chalky.
Okay, so that's gonna hit with
Yeah,
bless. And then next 2 attacks. All the 16 obviously will miss. 27 hits. So bam, bam.
Nice.
Nice high rolls there. So
38.
or average 17, I think, is average. Yeah. End turn.
Okay. Huge sea turtle. This time it is going to slap the 2 in front of it. So this first one is at Small Leaf. 19. Doesn't that perfectly hit you?
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
Okay. This second one is Alicia. 17 definitely misses. So 26 bludgeoning damage.
Fucking Christ!
Bonk.
That's that's about average. I think 25. Actually, that might be
That's-
dead average.
I would say the fact that, like, if the average is 5.5, the distance between between
Yeah.
3 and 10, the 10 is, like, way further, so I was, like, a
Yeah.
little above. But yeah, I mean,
A
it's
little
not
above.
like... Yeah. Yeah, I guess 23-ish would be average, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Small Leaf, your turn.
Small Leaf is pierced. Okay, 19, that's dumb.
You can bless that.
3. Fucking Christ. A 3
Yeah.
So that hits the second one.
for 8.
Damage has been done. Anything else?
No. The Small Leaf is a fail.
Alicia?
Okay, did it? No, it didn't hit me. Okay. Alicia will do, based on the way this is
What
going.
was that one reaction spell that Rain had?
Shield?
Hell's Rebuke or something?
Hellish Rebuke, yeah. Yeah, and that actually scaled with like your level too, or something, which was like pretty crazy. I forget what it did. Or no, it was you could cast it as a reaction for free, but you could like there was something with it. But yeah, So upon seeing this, Alicia is going to do Radiant Soul, and so 1 minute I can fly.
That's crazy. You do the extra damage on each of your turns.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do it, because if I can keep hitting it with these, I'll guaranteed get at least 11 damage.
It's basically better than the 3/5 edition Paladin's one ability that it gets.
Yeah,
Like, you basically get the same thing where you add. Well, it's a little better, I would say. So a class feature in 3/5 is a racial feature.
Actually, I'm seeing that Smallleaf took damage here. I don't.
Hey, what's Smallleaf? Or did Smallleaf? Do you have any temp hit points remaining?
No, he
Okay.
was. We started this
Oh,
first.
from the crab. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the wings pop from Alicia here, but she's not gonna fly up. She's got kind of her wings, maybe like like a semi-ethereal like halo or some other kind of like golden stuff, and she's actually going to kind of like hover like 1 inch off the ground, but move over to Smallleaf. Yeah, she'll actually move like right there.
Okay.
So that's her turn.
We'll say just for like
it
whatever
is an
purposes
action.
that you're 5 feet above the ground. Just
Okay.
think, like.
Unless whatever the turtle does affects 5 feet, and then I'm 6.
Yeah, right. You can't reach that high.
She's certainly not on the ground, but she's hovering whatever amount, so 5 is acceptable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know that the turtle could still slap you from this height, but you're not on the ground anymore.
She's if she has wings, she's going to use them, and she's not concerned about the turtle slapping her. She'd actually prefer it over Smallleaf. Like if she even could, she would stand like here or something. Like like, come on. So yeah, she's not flying up because Smallleaf is hurt.
Do you have a turtle whistle you can blow? And he's like, I hate you.
Well, now that you say it.
Yeah. Funny.
I picked up one of those at the magic
From
shop
the
before
store
we
of
left
Gizmo.
Saltmarsh.
Yes, I'm gonna consult the old the DM from the last campaign.
Yeah.
CJ, I think I remember buying one of those when everybody was out of chat. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's actually a custom magic item I made in my.
Interesting.
Oh, perfect. And it's infinite charges. As we discussed.
Crazy.
Right?
Whenever you go to grab that item, it's actually a snake now.
You're gonna hate my other magic item.
Yeah, right.
Anytime I grab a snake, I triple in size.
This one's a legendary. Okay.
Yeah, that's my whole turn.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. It begins.
The turtle just joined the Ninja Turtles. Is that the best blindfold one? Maybe like punch the.
I think we had.
I don't know.
I
There's
think we had
also
like
the
there was a
ninja one.
bleeding eye.
Oh, is there one?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's like a.
right.
Lighted boots.
But now you don't have to bonus action mark it. So if there's something else you want to do with your bonus action.
So just for whatever. Oh god, I love Roll20 pasting. So the main thing is attack
Yeah,
rolls
that's even
against the
better.
creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
That's even better because any of our abilities would have just given us advantage, not given it disadvantage. Nice.
So I'm going to... trying to think of how I can...
What's the purple dot?
On each of its turns, I'm gonna move its color like to the left, and then whenever it's gone through purple through red 2 times, that'll be when it's no longer blinded.
Oh, okay.
Just
Keep
as
track.
like yeah. I was
He
like,
thinks it's gonna
can I
take
do
that
this
long
through
to kill it.
binary? And I was like, nah, that might be annoying. Yeah, so I guess my bonus action is free now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. Guess I'll like move over here or something.
Bonus action
Side.
dash and then use your move action to go back.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash and go on top of it and climb it. Push it to the back.
Do it.
Okay, yeah, that's my turn. We're there.
All right. So now the advantage.
Oh yeah, so I guess everybody can just toggle
Really?
their advantage, and I will toggle its
There
disadvantage.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to do this one at a time just to keep things straight. So we are throwing a 4th level smite. I'm in danger. So there's the base damage and okay, there's my. There we go.
How do you roll it twice?
Because it's 5d8, but when you crit, it
Oh,
doubles.
oh
the
yeah,
dice.
yeah. Okay, I forgot.
I don't have it like set for that, so I just roll it twice.
So 37, and then
You should make a crit
64.
smite roll. because
Yeah.
I'm
See,
counting
I already have to
64.
make like extras for undead, so I'd rather just click it twice because I'd have so many different smite
Yeah.
options. It's
So
like
many conditionals.
yeah, first
I'm
level
counting-
smite, first level smite versus undead, first level smite crit, first level smite versus undead crit, like, and then for second level, third level. But anyway, let's see.
it's
One,
64, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
all right, and its health bar just whoop. Yeah. Okay, here come the next two.
Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, okay. I was making sure I accidentally didn't subtract 64 twice.
So there's the next one, and then I'm gonna roll the next one. And
Okay,
I guess with with a bless, that's not gonna hit.
correct.
Okay, so then just 15 more damage.
Okay.
Guys, I want a class feature that lets me have 2 concentrations going.
It is injured. It is injured by this point.
I mean, that's basically if you twin a concentration spell,
Right.
but it has to be the same spell, you know. Oh, haste lasts. I should be keeping track of haste because it might. Hold on, 1 minute. We've
This
had
would be 3 with haste, I think.
yeah.
So you should have 7 more turns left before
Yeah, I'm gonna
it rolls
try.
off.
Okay. End a turn.
Okay. The sea turtle is, well, I guess he doesn't, quite know who he's gonna go for, so let's say that Radair is 1, Small Leaf is 2, and Elysia is 3.
Come on, double 3s.
Okay, so Small Leaf and Elysia, but this is at disadvantage
Ooh.
now. So I think it's like...
Basically minus
so
5.
Small Leaf... Elysia, yeah.
Oh, no 26 damage to my face this time.
Yeah, he's the sea turtle is like just kind of more like going for its own eyes. You know, it's like trying to like rub it, but it can't. So it's just kind of like flailing now.
At least it feels kind of bad for it.
It is crying.
Guys, we have to kill it quickly.
Hold up.
If it wasn't so tanky, this would be easy. That wouldn't be a problem.
That's the adventurer, that's the pacifist. Like, guys, we have to kill it fast.
31!
Oh!
18. God damn it.
Staff of Strikings!
Mate-
Force that bitch!
Make sure to toggle on your character sheet advantage.
Yeah, because you can roll again for the 18, because, you know, advantage.
Oh, oops. My bad.
Don't ever
14.
do it again.
But still, those 2 crits.
Those the 2
Yeah,
crits.
that one, and that one.
We must witness.
Small Leaf, you could expend here 6 for 12d10 or what 12d6 force damage because they double. So if you would choose to do 3 charges each, you would do 12d6 extra damage.
I don't wanna.
Okay.
Well, that's your call. That would be a huge roll.
Did that roll right? Oh, okay, yeah, it's adding. So I'm gonna add. You technically get another +7 from the first one because you double the flat modifiers as well. So it's 29 is the first one, or I'll just add it at the end. Hold on. So 42 plus 14, 56. So pretty solid hit. Definitely. Is it Small Leaf's turn? Yep. So Alicia.
I guess given that, Alicia will try to do another Sacred Flameroni. I'm actually gonna use a point to reroll all of those.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll it again, and then we just remove 8 from whatever it is. Actually, I'll re-roll 2 of them. I'll keep the 4, but I'll re-roll the 1 and the 3.
I was gonna say 4 is like. Well, I guess 4 is technically like the edge of below average, but.
Yeah, so it's 13 plus
Well, it's
4.
17.
Yep, so 17 plus 11.
Oh yeah, the
Where's
11 for radiant.
Where's the
Radiant Soul.
Oh, okay.
So Radiant Soul is I add, anytime I do magic damage while it's on, I do my level as bonus radiant damage.
Oh, okay, flat. Alright.
Yep. So, boom, 11 more.
So
Sizable hit
28
there.
total.
That's decent for a cantrip. It
Yeah.
Well,
did
I
as
mean,
much as my first fireball before I
Yeah, I
empowered
mean,
it.
it has. Right, it's getting like enhanced technically, but yeah.
It is, but it's
In terms of resources
Considering
consumed,
it's a cantrip.
yeah, resources
This is-
consumed. It was a lot.
the flight alone is worth the spell usually, but the fact that I get the extra damage is also good. Like, I'm still not gonna fly up. I'm gonna stay here and try to soak some blows.
Yeah, now that it's blinded, it's like sad mode. I'm gonna move its thing 1 to the left because I'm counting it based on Mo's turn. Low bow. Okay. So even with advantage, Mo misses.
Wow.
Actually, don't think I've been keeping track of arrows, so I'm gonna subtract 10. Bonus action. I don't know. It's not. I'm trying to think what.
I would almost say this is a good opportunity to where if you did 2-weapon fighting,
Right.
that would be a good use of bonus action because then that gives you an extra attack in case you missed the first time.
Yeah,
You
the
can
only
still-
thing is that I don't think a rapier is considered a light weapon.
Yeah, I guess both have to be light.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a problem. So you're
Wait, a rapier isn't a light weapon?
No.
it's not light, but you still get
it's
a
a
finesse, weapon.
Right, yeah. The main
Yeah.
thing
Right,
is a
okay.
D8 with finesse.
Alicia still has that dagger that she got from the lizard folk. The bone dagger with the bone scabbard that she received as a gift. So she would throw it or pass it if you would do such a thing, because she has And I know. At least you have a
I have a masterwork dagger.
yeah. So then you could have at least 2 daggers.
Yeah, I do actually technically have 2 daggers. Actually, I have 3
Okay.
daggers. Well, actually, I have a bag
Well,
hold.
I was gonna say,
Yeah. Technically, I have like 70 daggers. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
They're not magical or masterwork though, so
Right.
If you end up going that route, Alicia will throw you her dagger if you ask for it. It's not magical, but it is masterwork.
which I think we said was +1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with bow for now, I guess.
So if you have a +1 bow, that +1 to hit's pretty huge. So it's
Yeah, that, and I have the bracers of archery too. So
yeah. So it's a kind of a trade-off. Do you want a much more accurate hit or 2 less accurate hits? So yeah, you're probably better off with the
cool.
bow. All right, let's
First turn.
make
Hold
2.
beast. Oh my
there we
god.
go. Okay, 3rd level smite. We're doing it. So I will roll. That's first damage for the first hit.
Okay.
Damage with the smite.
Oh, and that's actually the Hexblade Curse coming in clutch too, because that was a 19 roll. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, because the 19 crits. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
it makes
Hexblade
19's crit. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then my charisma modifier for my base damage is +5, so you can add another 5. I technically have the dueling and Hexblade Curse flat damage, which is another 8 total, so I don't know if you double that as well.
Yeah,
Or just
any flat modifiers are doubled.
Okay. So the total extra flat would be 13.
13 on top of what's presented here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is 61 damage there,
Yeah.
and then
74 total.
yeah, 74.
Okay. And here's my. Yeah, I'll let
Oh,
you
do you
get the
have more?
74.
Do you have more damage?
I have 1 more attack.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Do you have more damage? Roll bless. Bless.
Yeah. Okay.
That's okay. Bless has turned several of our misses into hits, so
It's
it's pulling its
between
weight.
between the last fight and this one, this might be the most impactful or most cost-efficient bless I've had yet.
Yeah. All right, end turn.
Okay. Tuttle.
Don't do it. Don't smack me, turtle.
All right, this is towards Redair. Okay.
Yep.
I want to see its fin fall off.
All right. Yeah. It yeah, nothing happens. And this is Alicia. Okay.
Oh no. Okay, good. Yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking like, oh no, I forgot to roll for concentration, but I haven't been hit yet. So
Small leaf.
Molly.
crit with
If you
it.
crit too, I quit. I quit. Everybody crits but me.
Me. Me. Me.
I don't think Mo's crit yet.
Everybody crits but
Everybody that matters.
But- yeah.
Well, keep in mind, Mo's gem is what's giving us advantage, and you know.
Yeah.
Oh
Mo's
yeah,
big.
he's carrying this fight.
Roll bless for the third one.
Yeah, it's like Redair and Smallleaf may be doing
Yep, that hits.
like actually the one are the
One
ones
staff, one unarmed.
that are dealing the damage, but we have advantage from Mo and blessed from Alicia, so the only reason we're hitting to do that damage a lot of the times is because of that.
Alicia is a support character. There's no ways around that. Like,
Yeah.
occasionally she does other stuff, but that's the way she's played and the way she is. So I'm totally about it.
Yeah, I mean that's why you play a support character.
It's actually
not
kind of
to-
nice if you think about it. Like Mo's is like basically just for like bosses, basically. Like if we're like video gaming this, and like Alicia is both ads and bosses. Like, so it's like we have two bases covered. Like,
Yeah,
in
and
terms of
Radair-
Bless, like Bless is like AoE effect, whereas Moze is single target kind of. But
Yeah, and Radair has Fireball now, but before Radair had Fireball, like it was good that Alicia had it. So Alicia could even like just remember Fireball or whatever, like just change it.
I'd say you're probably better. Like, I did some of the math, and it's like if we're doing like one enemy or even three, technically doing a like third level smite, because I save them for the crits,
Mhm.
does more damage than so it's like I would only use Fireball if it was like a bunch of weak enemies. That's more cost effective. So like, but for Alicia, you know, having Fireball is like, you have so many more spells than Radair does that it's like you can afford to kind of be more liberal with your Fireball usage. So I'd hold on to it personally,
Based on
unless
Small
you have a
Leaf's,
spell that's better. But
yeah, based on Small Leaf's health, Alicia is actually going to do a Cure Wounds at 4th level, just in case. Like if he happens to get like chomped
Yeah.
in some way, like he's in trouble.
like a crit, yeah.
Yeah, so she'll do a
400
fourth.
chance.
That's fine. So
One other thing I was thinking is it's kind of interesting that
40.
out of our kind of like martial damage dealers, Mo typically does one really big hit. Radair has kind of like two medium-sized hits, save for when he, you know, crit smites, and then Small Leaf has like a bunch of smaller damage hits. So
Right.
like we have like a balance across the characters of one big hit, a bunch of little hits, and
Yeah, I would say it's like Small Leaf is our melee AoE damage, just because of so many hits. And then Alicia is the ranged AoE, and then I'm like ranged single target, and Radair is melee single target. So
yeah.
Yeah,
we have somehow crafted the most meta for people.
and Alicia is able to do dumb shit like that. Like if I need to, I can twin heals, and
Right.
I'm a huge fan of the Divine Soul Sorcerer healing. Like Life Clerics at 20 could beat a Divine Soul at 20, but this is really hard to beat as far as heals go.
Yeah, and I think party comps usually are like balanced around having only one healer, but the fact that you're not like a full-time job healer allows the side healing from Radair to fill that gap, to
Yeah.
count as like one full healer. And then I mean like it helps that Small Leaf has a self heal as well. So
I think once we hit 14, this party versus our other party, I feel like this party could wipe the other party.
I'm trying to think. Our other party had so much like AoE stuff, and then like Zoldak was like the single.
Gizmo would kick the shit out of Small Leaf.
It's hard because in my mind we have almost no we have Gizmo's healing on the other, but if Gizmo went offensive, we don't like this party has way more healing and support, whereas the other party I think has more like AoE damage.
Yeah,
So,
like our other party was like freaking glass cannon. Like
Yeah.
all we had was May is like off healer. Like,
we had May as off healer, we had Gizmo as off healer.
oh, I
and
guess yeah. Actually, he had heals too. I forgot.
he did, but that's the rough
Yeah,
thing.
it comes down to like glass cannon or like well, they're not really glass cannons, it's just cannons with no support. You know, like cannons with no support or like the perfectly balanced composition party. The magic items are also a factor because I think like these characters here have more magic items, but they're more at a balanced level.
Yeah.
Whereas like each of
The
our other
items.
characters has one legendary item.
One broken.
One
It's
broken.
somebody's fault.
That's somebody crits rain and she's like 1 in 4 chance that didn't happen, and I'm ethereal and it doesn't count. La la la, gone.
So yeah, it's. I would say probably both parties with no magic items This one probably would, just due to attrition, would probably win. But it'd be close. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be interesting to
That would be a once we finish this campaign.
actually stack them up next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be interesting because you'd be playing both you know
Yeah.
you roll for each of your characters. You know.
You would
I like that idea, actually. That's pretty solid.
We should capstone it. Do that as a capstone session after.
Party gets the next campaign.
Yeah.
Or the campaign where this party meets up with the other one and then we play together. It's like the destroying planets.
Oh man, our two parties together would be
Yeah.
unstoppable.
It would be the Council of Eight.
Hmm.
Anyway, yep. So Alicia did her heal, and she is done with her turn.
Good. Mo does bow. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Sneak attack.
And I remember that Mo has these jade arrows, but I think what we said for those is that like if a creature is resistant to piercing damage, that it would pierce that. I think that's
Yeah,
what we said
it
for the jade.
ignores it.
So yeah, it's not doing anything here. And I will shift the turtle's color to green now. That is. I'm wondering if I shouldn't just do the melee thing.
It's a tough call because you have +2 for your bracers, right? +2 to hit.
It's +2 damage, actually.
Oh, +2 damage. Okay, I was thinking it was +2 to hit. If you're only losing a +1, it's probably worth it because the more rolls gives you more chances to hit and to crit.
Yeah.
And 2 attacks per turn gives you 2 chances to sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to program in. And Masterwork is just +1 to hit, or is it +1 to damage?
+1 to damage.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, magic is 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Mo will just come up and he'll yell at Alicia to toss the dagger.
Yep.
And
Yeah, she'll pull it from the bone dagger from the bone scabbard.
Alicia uses her reaction to do that, and
Yep.
Okay.
Mo magically catches it.
Interact with an object. Catch.
Yeah, I have like a whole bonus action. I'm like, give me something to do. Catch this.
Well, if you have the bonus action, can't you 2-weapon fighting attack with it still?
No, because you have to. Both attacks
yeah.
have to be with light
Okay.
Right.
weapons, melee weapons. Yeah.
I've never played a D&D character that dual wielded, so.
Right. All right. So Redare, it is your turn. I'm gonna start programming this. Was your dagger a +1 dagger?
It is only a masterwork, so it only has the +1 to damage.
Oh, okay. So both of the ones I have now are that. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Because magic is the one that makes it 1 and 1, and masterwork is just to the damage.
All right, so I'm rolling a d4 for the 23. Nice, so that's a hit. So I'm going to roll my damage and throw the smite in there. Another 3rd level smite. But I am running out of spell slots, so... Okay, so in addition to what's here, we throw another 13 on that. So let me add this up. Okay, that's 76 damage.
On my longbow attack. Okay, yeah, I am actually spelling out attack damage the whole way. Weird. Okay, that was faster than I thought. Okay, so that and you crit again. That one.
Yeah,
missed.
I included the crit damage in there. It's 76 total.
Okay.
And that's including the extra base damage.
All right.
We're wearing at it. We're
So
getting there.
Yeah.
it is now bloodied.
But I'm out of 3rd level smites, which means any more smites after this are not going to be as impressive.
So now that it is bloodied, as you hit it, it seems to call out.
Call the turtles.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
We might need that AoE damage.
Where's the thing that I can give? You know, it'd be pretty crazy to give spell slots to other people.
Yeah.
Help.
Help. How many? How many? I need some numbers. What do they mean, Mason?
Is that Radair's turn?
Yeah, end turn.
Okay. So on the huge sea turtle's turn,
Don't do it.
an effect takes place called Turtle
Turtle?
Stampede.
Sturtle the turtle.
Anybody within range of the turtle's call takes 1d10 bludgeoning damage with absolutely no save or anything. So Alicia, since you are in the air, you take no damage, and everybody else takes 1 damage.
Okay, I have 10 hit points, so
Ha! Look at that, broken.
So basically what happens is that it calls out, and then a bunch of tiny, like, little turtles, and obviously I'm not going to paste them, but just start swarming out of the sand, and just the sheer number of them, like, some of them bump into us or whatever, and apparently they were just waking up or something, and they did 1 damage, so... okay, so Right. So, Turtle is going to basically only focus on slapping in front of itself, so it's going to go towards... well, I'll roll a d3 again, and this time it's just Small Leaf, Alicia, Mo. Okay, so...
no.
Well,
At least you do have uncanny dodge, right? Yeah, well, in this time.
Well,
but...
yeah, so... Yeah, this is him, but...
he is the worst luck.
Like, both of them are, like, double crits. Like, it's 100% crit. Like,
It's like, yeah,
just freaking top-end damage, too. Like...
20s on all 4 dice.
Okay, so it, some of the turtles run into the sea turtle more on the left side than the right side, so it thinks it's getting attacked on its left side, so it slaps over there twice, and luckily Mo dodges out of the way somewhat narrowly on the second one, and he is alive to tell the tale. Small Leaf.
Ooh, yeah,
Right,
another
crit.
Fucking bastards in your crits.
Advantage really swings the probability.
Okay, so the
of
second
getting a
2
crit.
hit.
Yeah.
So that's 27. So 33 damage total.
We're getting there.
Alicia.
Should Alicia fly over and heal Mo, or continue to do some 11 damage plus whatever?
I think
75%
statistically Mo is okay. Like, he can
Right.
get hit 1 time.
How much health does he have? Because even if it's a
62.
crit, yeah.
Can you guys not
even if
see?
it's a crit, he won't die from it.
I don't see anything if I hit C.
Wait, can you guys really not see his health above his head?
I don't see it. I don't see a number. I just see
Really?
like, yeah.
I just see the bar.
I don't see anybody's numbers but my own.
Oh, God. Oh, there's another option here that says...
I mean, I'm fine with not seeing the numbers.
Oh, wow.
We've never been able to see health numbers like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Going down.
Yeah, I guess not.
Because the
Yeah,
bar, the
'cause
bar kind of gives us an indicator of like
Yeah.
where he's at, and
The,
it's
the
like
option here says visible to editors, and the one below it is visible to everyone. It's like,
yeah, it's
so
like
many
uh,
fucking things.
this turtle probably has around 600 health to start, and so it's below half now, so it's probably around 250, 225. At least that's my guess based on how much damage it's been taking.
I might be wrong, but I think Jordan was talking about like numbers of our HP bars to each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else's, but yeah.
The turtle is at somewhere between 40 and 50% HP. He's injured and bloodied. Yeah. So basically, Mo conveys somehow to Elysia that he thinks he can take one more hit. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Then if that's the case, Alicia.
Yeah, and he does have his reaction to.
yeah,
half the damage,
true.
so,
Yeah. So he's totally safe.
Oh, that roll. Ooh.
Yeah.
Please don't roll a 4.
Ooh. Yeah, max damage.
I think Gambler's Lucky is actually going to roll a 4 this time. Oh, okay.
So plus 11. That's
Yeah.
35 damage from a cantrip. 88. Wow, that was a max roll on the Sacred Flame. Wow.
Is that Alicia's turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Man, I'm glad I had the Divine Soul up there too, or whatever. Radiant Soul. 35 damage from a cantrip. That was as much as the first fireball that I re-rolled.
Okay. Alright, so first dagger misses, and second dagger hits.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. It's basically like quadruple advantage to try to at least get an attack in. Because getting an attack in is like...
Offhand attack does not add the your modifier, your dex mod.
Okay.
So
I'll subtract for that.
So just take 3 off.
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
But I mean, it's better. Like if you were only attacking once, it would be no damage. You know.
Yeah.
And let's face it, rogues, they have sneak attack damage. Their weapon hit isn't important, really.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's something, but the sneak attack is like the meat, and everything else is the potatoes.
Yeah. So it's his turn. The first time that he is trying to stab with both hands, and somehow he gets it with the
two-weapon
left
fighting in
hand.
5th usually isn't very optimal, but that's another story.
In this
Isn't
case,
at this
it's
point.
very optimal in this particular situation. I quit, by the way, guys.
Okay.
I think I quit once this
Let me roll the rest and see what the results are. Okay, I'll roll bless. All right,
Yep.
3 hits.
Perfect.
1,
Right.
2, 3, and I will turn that into a smite.
I'm gonna go to the
Second level,
bathroom while you do the math on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a beer because I just simply need it after the amount of drinks I've seen tonight that weren't mine.
Oh my gosh. Somehow that second level. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say I did 98 damage on that, and I did like 71 last turn. I was like, how does the damage more? And I only used a second level spell, but I hit an additional time this time. That's right.
So I think if I added up all the damage that we've done while Bless was on, this might be the most cost-effective Bless I've ever done.
Oh yeah, it's turning, basically it's turning a lot of those misses into hits.
But you guys are like, you and Smalley for doing so much damage right now. This fight, it's crazy.
It is a perfect synergy with our team. Like, Mo basically gave everybody advantage forever, and your Bless, like I said, that extra +1 to 4 on every hit. Just,
Johnson, I want to see them DPS reports.
All right, 98 damage.
98.
Everything he's done +13, sir.
Yep. All right, so that was about 100 damage. So,
Yep.
Okay, so he's got about 350 hit points we got to whittle through. And again, unless there's like resistances, but
Yep.
you know.
Alicia suddenly feels bad about the 35 damage she did. Thank you.
No,
Is that your turn?
knew this. Yeah, end turn. No, we knew this was going to be a tough.
Ooh, 10
tough-
damage.
Ooh, the opposite.
Ooh. All right. 7 damage.
Tim Smallleaf takes 10 damage.
Damage.
He takes 10 turtle damage.
I actually
Yeah,
don't feel bad about this
damage.
turtle. It's just minding its own business.
Well, it did have that angry look in its eyes.
It did, you know.
That's
a
okay,
turtle,
we're murder hobos, it's what we do.
at this point, 100% of the turtles I've seen have had that look in its eye, so I know exactly what evil turtles think.
Okay. Oh my god!
No.
That's honestly ridiculous.
Can I stand over here? I don't want to be near Mo.
Yeah. Yep, so nothing happens. Smallleaf. I want to see 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. 1 out of 256 chance of it happening. Actually, it was out of 3s, never mind, so it's way less than that.
Small leaf, I want to see 6 crits.
It's like almost rolling like a 1d100 and getting 100. Almost. Okay.
24 will hit no matter what, and the 22 needs the bless.
Yeah, roll 1 bless.
3 or higher.
So, could miss.
No.
So,
Nuts.
one of them hits the staff striking. 10. It is badly injured. Definitely now. I think after CJ's would have technically put it to what I consider badly injured, so yeah, it's definitely badly injured now. State of being.
Alicia, on her turn,
Yep.
is going to leave Mo to the next 2 hits he's going to get and see if Gambler's Luck pays off for this big tortoise. So that's a +11 to that too. Radiant Soul,
Nice.
24. I could get used to these cantrips. And yeah, Alicia's not going to like move to its shell or anything because she wants at least not to make Mo have 100% chance of getting hit.
Yeah, listen, you're giving him like 20% dodge chance by being near the turtle.
It hasn't worked in his favor yet,
Yeah.
but it may eventually.
20% apparently means nothing.
Also, I have not been counting the amount of time for Bless.
I don't think I
because
ticked down the turn last time.
Because
honestly,
we were over
it's
there.
probably run out now.
So I would say, yeah, if you want to, Jordan, you pick. If you want to call it run out when it hits my next turn, I will do that. If you wanted to call it run out on my turn, you could refund the turtle 24 health, and I will do it again.
Yeah, we'll just
Because
do it later.
I was not counting. Okay, yeah, I wasn't counting the.
Yeah, it definitely would have run out because I'm
'Cause,
at
like, we
4
didn't-
rounds left of haste, and Bless was up for more than
Yeah.
4 rounds.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought of that now because I wasn't thinking about it at all.
But honestly, it wouldn't really make a difference because I don't
Rarely,
think we'll need Bless for another 10 rounds.
rarely
Yeah.
does it matter for Bless to run out, like, because things don't last 10, so that's totally on me. But yeah, just throwing that out there.
Was that her turn?
That's her turn, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Sneak attack on 1.
So 23 damage. That is my turn. Heard it there.
Right. Let's see.
Mo, get ready for the turtle flippers.
2, 3.
Oh, I forgot to tick his thing down again.
Yeah. Good reminder.
So this is,
All right.
I guess, the 5th turn that he's been blinded.
Yep. Let's see. 30, 45, 49.
Damage total.
Yep.
Oh, what's that? No crit this time.
Yep. Oh man, it wasn't
no.
over 70 damage, man.
Darn it!
Hey!
Me cries and 35 damage cantrip.
I mean, to be honest, this is
Max.
Rodair at peak. Well, near peak. Well, I guess actually no, it is peak. Peak bonuses because advantage every turn, extra attack, and bless like with smites. Like this is the peak, you know.
Yeah, I'm just making comments because
The only thing I could do to do more damage is the bonus action fireball for two times. That's all I have sorcery points for.
So everybody on the ground takes 2 turtle damage.
that's turtle. Can I learn this power?
No.
To deal turtle damage.
March of the Murlocs.
What in the world is up with that? What are the odds of that?
It's 3 to the 6th. So it's, like 1 out of 600 plus.
That's the 3rd time in a row.
And the first one hits.
Uncanny dodge
I'm
for
gonna
that.
roll.
Can he? 'Cause
Dude,
that's-
come on!
Wow.
I have it where if you roll a 20, then it hits. Like on the reroll thing. So
Ah, okay.
so both, but it's not a crit, but it just hits.
Right.
I'm gonna be picking Mo up.
So yeah, I'm doing the half damage to this first attack. So I take 14. I'm gonna do that. And then second attack. Oh. Dude, I cannot write this. That's literally his health.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
0.
Mo is incapacitated.
Alright. Hey, I'm going to refresh. It might drop me here because the chat's goofed up. So
Right.
actually, wait, is
Yeah,
there a way
it
to
is.
refresh?
It is. The D3s are goofed up.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
I
Alright.
wonder... No.
The sea turtle slaps Mo again while he's down.
Dude,
Like,
no.
goes out of its way to kill him. Like, no.
Mo's about to abandon this quest, and somebody
Sea
else is going to
turtles.
pick up DMing.
Sea turtles never leave
Mo
a
just
job
drowns
unfinished.
himself in the ocean. That is the turtle's turn. Small leaf.
Yeah, for being a rogue, a class that's supposed to be like kind of be luck based. Poor Mo.
Yep.
Oh man.
Slap.
Okay, the second one hits.
Oh, can you restart the music because it
Yep.
it stopped playing for me. Reloaded.
Is it playing?
Thanks. Yep.
Okay. So 8 damage. It is getting close to near death. In fact, I would say, yeah, it's basically at near death status. Elysia.
Alicia, upon seeing this turtle slap at Mo for how much time and continuously trying to hit him, Alicia's gonna fly over.
Oh, and we lose bless technically.
Right. Okay. Yep. So instead of recasting bless here, Alicia is going to just. I don't know how she would feel it. Just be like Mo, like you gotta do better than this. So, she is going to cast heal on Mo.
Whoa.
Get up.
Oh.
This is my crowning achievement. I wanted to twin this the first time, but I think this is as good a time as any because really unlucky rolls could make this turtle turn on us pretty quick. Plus whatever might be underneath, plus whatever red potions it has. So yeah, Alicia's gonna do that, and then that will be her turn.
Okay.
Thank you. Heal plus life cleric mods.
It's Mo's turn, so I'm gonna change the counter on the turtle. Mo's going to stand up, so he's no longer prone, and he's going to pray that he doesn't get hit again, stay here, and try to stab.
Don't make me regret this. Hey!
Oh.
It's always the second one. 21.
But hey, that extra attacking is paying off.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, that first one could have been my bow attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the one before that, and the one before that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Every single, literally 3 times in a round. Speaking of 3 times in a round. Redair.
All right. I got after this, I have 2 more turns with haste. So let's see what we can do.
Drop it soon.
And no bless. 28.
No bless. Healing Mo is my pride.
Ooh.
Fuck you! I didn't say that. Like,
I wasn't gonna burn more spell slots, but like I almost feel like I need to now because
you're a paladin. You rolled a crit, and so like my mods tell me no.
yeah, I'm doing it. I'm throwing another spell slot. My concern is that we'll get into trouble after this and need resources because I'm burning through them. But
At least you can throw it out in your fortress, and we can rest in it if we need to.
yeah, that's true. So many crits. All right, so we have to add the extra 13 to that. Uh, 85.
Okay. Yeah, it is definitely near death now.
Maybe I didn't need to do that big heal on Mo. Oh well.
Oh, no, because it gets a turn next.
Yeah, true. We're back to neutral.
Yeah.
Because both these are gonna hit him again.
Yeah. Okay, turtle stampede. 6 turtle damage, everybody on the ground.
What are you groundies like? How's that going?
Okay.
Small leaf.
Both miss.
Please just land a 1. Turtle Stampede turns on the turtle when he slaps them. Take 1d10 damage.
Yeah, I'll say that the turtle, like, misses Small Leaf, but hits a bunch of the tiny turtles, and, like, now all the turtles are going away from us, so the turtle stampede thing no longer affects us. Like, it basically scared them all, like, "Ah!"
Fuck this guy.
That is its turn. Small leaf.
End it, small leaf. We're hit the crit. See two small leaf hits.
The first two hit. More important two. $24 damage, right? Oh wait. Let's see if I'm adding this right. Okay. Yep. I mean, it can't get any more near deather than. Yeah, I added the first two. Yeah, it can't get any near deather than near death, so it is even near deather. Alicia, it is your turn.
All right. I guess Alicia will roll the dice on the Sacred Flamo.
Yeah, I think it's at the point where we don't need bless again.
Yeah. 32 damage.
Come on, I want to see that little tiny sliver of health left. The 1 pixel of health.
It did.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. This is overkilled by 7.
Okay.
Nice.
The turtle falls.
Poor turtle.
Yeah. Your party gained each member gains 3,000 experience,
Wow.
400 gold.
Yeah.
You
I feel
found a legendary loot item.
I feel so Pavlovian conditioned by this music right now.
So what? Oh yeah.
Like, I need this. Like, my self-esteem depends on hearing this piano.
You don't want me to play the defeat piano? Like,
Oh.
the defeat piano is me locking my door and getting my guns. Beach ambient.
Well, assuming nothing happens in the next 12 seconds,
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, Alicia.
Revere just lets out a yes.
Yeah.
This has been the best trip ever so far.
Yeah. Mo's like,
Battling a sorceress captain and an army of crabs and now this giant turtle. Man, the fights here have been epic. And then the spell wears off and he freezes for a
Right.
moment
yeah, nothing.
in a cheer pose. And then ugh.
Yeah, Mo just kind of like hobbles over here, sticks the 2 daggers in the sand, and sits down. Like,
Alicia will begin to take some time to, while everybody else is doing that and kind of recuperating, maybe chilling. She wants to heal everybody, but she's gonna do whatever amount of time it takes to grab the boat and like maybe yoink it to here and start moving the bodies like beyond the shoreline so they won't get like washed out to sea, and then start digging some graves with mold earth.
if you're selected on Alicia, could you move her?
Oh, yep. Yeah, so I'm just describing her next things over an hour, maybe, as people are kind of relaxing and doing their thing, and that's going to be what she does over the next whatever amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, taking the boat onto land or whatever, it just takes like a minute. But if you're moving bodies and doing what again?
She's gonna move them like away from like if this is where the tide comes in, because you can really see where like, you know, like the retaining wall is where the tide stops coming in, she's gonna move the bodies beyond where the tide comes in and
Right.
start burying them via mold earth, like moving earth and then putting the bodies in. And once all of that is over, she'll rejoin the group
Okay.
because she can excavate earth, like especially sand, like super easily. It's like every 6 seconds, she's like 5 foot. Like every corpse takes her like 12 seconds to move the dirt away and make a grave. So
Right.
if apart from moving the bodies, the digging of the grave should take like 2 minutes for all the corpses, maybe.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, you just spend the next couple of minutes doing that.
Yep. And then prayer, and then she'll rejoin the group after, just whatever everybody else does. And then
Yeah. Mo is just kind of like looking at the ocean. Yeah, just like calming down after the fight, and is not losing hope on the treasure, but certainly getting taxed a little bit already. This island has been unforgiving for him.
for him, Alicia hasn't been hit once this whole island.
I think Redair is probably going to want to get his bearings of like kind of scope out what's around. You know, not like go like super serious investigating the area, but just more of a like, okay, we're on the islands now. What's around? Like, how far down does the beach go? Up, down, forward?
Yeah.
You know, what's after the beach?
Yeah.
You know.
So from what you can tell, the beach actually goes pretty far in both directions, and let's say the jungle tree line is just another like 60 to 100 feet away from our position here.
Okay.
So the main feature, like, and looking in the distance in the coast, I mean, you just see more kind of like, yeah, like the trees and stuff like that. You don't really see anything of note, but yeah, definitely roll a perception check, I guess, unless you're looking for something specific.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah, basically just what they've said before.
Okay. Yeah, I think after that, Redair's going to, you know, after he kind of surveys the area, is going to go over to Mo.
Yeah, and
And
like you're certainly, I guess maybe like if you're thinking of like how the sea turtle, like you're maybe looking for patterns, like, oh, is there going to be like another one in the sand over here or something, like, you know, you're trying to figure that type
yeah,
of thing out,
a little bit of that too.
Yeah.
Like, okay, is there any other immediate danger,
Yeah, right, exactly.
or are things pretty calm now? That is, I guess that is another thing he'll investigate or check out. So if you need me to make a, I don't know, survival or investigate for that.
Yeah, do a survival. Okay. Yeah, I mean, same results.
Yep. Okay. In that case, after Redair does that, and he's going to come over to Mo and say, "All right, we're on the island, and I've had quite a lot of excitement so far. I'm ready to keep going, but I think we should probably discuss the plan. How do we want to tackle looking for the treasure? And I'm thinking we probably don't want to let that sea turtle go to waste. I'm sure we could make some we
Right.
could get several good meals out of that, and the sailors well, I don't know. That sea turtle looks somewhat normal, but then again, it was kind of magical. Maybe we want to be careful if we decide to cook that. I'm not sure how long sea turtle meat lasts out here.
Right.
But
I guess, Small Leaf, what are you doing? You might be muted, Tim. And by might... Or Yep.
There he is.
Small Leaf is meditating.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Radar, what were you saying?
I'm just saying, how do we want to approach the island?
Oh,
Like
right.
we're here now, but
Yeah.
obviously Alicia's taking care of of the the fallen, and we still have the sailors back at the ship. We've at least successfully made it here. I think that probably deserves a rest and some time to figure out what we want to do,
Right.
and maybe take that sea turtle. If we can make a meal out of that,
Yeah.
if it's assuming it's safe, I think that'd be fitting.
Yeah, Radar coming over to Mo, he kind of, like, gets back up on his feet and takes, the daggers out of the sand and stuff, and he's like, right, yeah. Yeah, we should definitely do that. And then I guess in D&D mechanics, do we want to take, like, a short rest here or something? Like...
Yeah,
and like have that be like we're planning or figuring out stuff, but also just like short rest stuff. And like Alicia
Yeah,
finishes everything that she needs to do, like maybe even just like holds the burial ritual and stuff during that hour.
Yeah, she's not really concerned with that, like the island right now. She's concerned with kind of wrapping up what she wanted to do before, and should there be time left over, I think that she would actually conduct a prayer of healing, so a 10-minute ritual to heal everybody. But whatever order you want to handle that in.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't really have benefit from short rest because you're at full health, and then also...
Yeah, I am entirely long rest based, so I get nothing from a short.
Yeah, so we...
I would gain a spell slot and Hexblade Curse, but that's the only thing I would gain back from a short rest.
Yeah, so if we want a short rest, and then Elysia, if you do the Prayer of Healing, if you want to do that now so that we can see how much...
That'll save us hit dice.
Yeah, hit dice, basically.
Okay, yep, so I will hit this and then prayer healing at 2nd level. So I could use a thing, but I think that's fine, because I'll not use the point. But so you guys get 16, and if you need to hit dice after that, then go for it. But
Yeah.
So Tim,
Okay.
you're healed for 16.
Yeah.
16 and an AoE is better than nothing.
Also, all of our temp hit points get refreshed as well. So 15.
I didn't even spend them. I want a refund.
Right. You get one. You get temp
Okay.
hit point token.
Yeah, that short rest is that's helpful because first level spell slot and
Yeah, 15.
Hexblade
Yeah.
Curse back is
1.
helpful.
If everybody would, it's...
I'm just gonna
And
roll
since
both, 'cause I
the
wanna
prayer
be
of
at
healing
top.
is a 2nd level spell, I wouldn't use that for anything but shield, healed, or bless. So lesser restoration I have too, but at this point, like lesser restoration's pretty crappy. Like it's like, oh no, you are poisoned. Like good luck poisoning us near Radare or.
Tim,
Yeah.
did your life go up automatically whenever you rolled that hit dice, or did you have to add it?
No, I added it.
Okay, I was making sure that the character mancer didn't do that too. I was like, oh, that's cool.
But I guess the thing is, isn't that how that works here? If we were all near each other, if we needed to, I'm pretty sure that empowered healing. Yeah. So if we were all near each other for that, if somebody rolled really low, I could use my spell slot to re-roll your healing.
Yeah, I mean, hit dice are so low cost.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there that it's funny that I can like
Right.
somebody's like, I got a 1, like, no you didn't.
Yeah, they're like, your natural healing energies are better. Mommy.
That would be interesting if like that didn't cost a spell point. It might be broken otherwise, but yeah, like if empowered healing, like if anybody uses a hit dice near you, you have advantage on that hit dice or something.
Right.
Like, just passively. 'Cause we rarely even hit dice, but
Yeah.
we also have a lot of healing in our party, so.
Okay, yep, so the ritual takes place, the prayer of healing takes place. I guess we kind of discuss the game plan, and Mo says, whenever we were on the ship, we could see one of the main features from the water was kind of like that ridge or whatever, like the hill, kind of the high point. So he would say his first idea would be to just go there, like go into the jungle and try to like walk straight there, I guess.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Redair kind of thinks it over for a moment and says, well, if we could get to the high point of the island, that would give us a good view of
Right.
everywhere else. We might notice some other feature of the island.
Exactly. Like,
And then he would kind of think, like, what do we actually know about the map, like, and what it says about where the treasure is?
yeah, he basically says, like, well, the map was more of the map on how to get to the island, I'm finding.
Okay, so it's a comb the island sort of situation.
Yeah, it's not really like a, yeah, it was more, wide scale. Like,
Yeah, right. Well, I do have this instant fortress that we can use for shelter if we make it partway there and night falls.
right.
But speaking of which, what time is it now?
It is... I mean, based on the events that happened overnight, like, honestly, after an hour, it's probably like... Well, oh, no, actually, we waited on the boat until it was morning, because that's how Alicia woke
Right.
up. Yeah, because we did a long rest, so it was... I mean,
Yeah,
6 or
it's
7 in
morning
the
time.
morning. So yeah, it's still morning. It's like 9 or 10
Okay.
a.m.
So we have the most of the day then to
Yeah.
continue exploring, because that would determine part of what Redair wanted to do. Like, if it was late, then he'd say, like, let's go back to the ship and,
Right.
rest there the night and then set off, at the beginning of the day. But we're doing that
Yeah,
now.
and this conversation is happening like during our short rest, so it's not
Yeah.
like... Yeah.
If I can throw it out there too, I have not been doing a good job at all about keeping track of rations. So Alicia has 21 rations with her. She's gonna eat one. Does anybody else want?
Yeah, I would
like,
say with this
rations?
being like the morning,
we'll just say-
that's a good idea.
So like, if Alicia just provides it after the thing, like she does the healing and then pulls out food, I'll just like take 4 off of.
Okay.
Okay. I have 10 rations, but again, I haven't been keeping track. There was...
I bought a bunch before we left because Mo was like, oh, we need to get, we're gonna go on an adventure, and Alicia had thought like, well, I'll just buy like.
I think I bought up to 10.
Yeah, I had like 1 ration. I think I bought 20. So. Okay. Yep. So I'll just subtract 4 from my rations there.
Okay. Good. I was like, you sat on this. This hard tack is extra hard.
Yeah, so there's like, well, we do have the rest of the day. And then there's also the issue of the makeshift patch that we for our ship. we
Right,
still have
yeah.
to
If
make.
anything, we should go notify the guys that I guess it's clear now to come here, and so
And
they
then-
can start chopping.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, I guess we'll have them keep an eye on the ship and make the repairs and do the work to
Yep.
get the
Yeah,
the,
I mean,
the
we
lumber.
established we cleared the path basically.
Does Elisa think that the ship plus the turtle, if we do that, will provide sustenance for the party on like the guys on the ship, or does she
So
not?
there's still basically like not really any of the supplies. I mean, I guess there's like some of it got like waterlogged, so there's some food supplies that went down. But the fact that so many people died on the ship, like there's plenty of food on the
Okay,
ship
yep.
already.
Yeah,
like, just
Lucy's
by
just
itself.
concerned about
Yeah,
that particular
yeah.
piece.
The amount of people that are now dead, like, are like not having to feed those mouths. There's enough food.
Okay.
Also,
For one
I'm-
day. You're like, oh.
I think Alicia's thinking ahead to the dangers after seeing like the sea turtle and everything else again. She may offer the the Sunblade to the party again. Like, does anybody else wanna hold on to this, because you might make better use of it than I will.
It requires attunement.
It does require attunement. It's an hour, so if you have too many magic items, it might not be worth it. But if somebody else would want,
Yeah,
to
I think Radar's going to keep what he has because the items that he has attuned are very helpful for what he needs to do. So
right, yeah, that's kind of like.
I think the extra damage that's only versus undead.
It's only versus undead. It also has
And the light property.
light, which is why Alicia kind of wants it. But yeah, so.
Yeah, I think the items that Radar has, it's not worth trading for the extra D8 versus undead.
Right, and Mo, this is also a finesse weapon.
Right.
Oh, right.
It's yeah. So if Mo would want to take it, I think Alicia is just like thinking ahead after like the turtle and the fact that she hasn't used it in a while. It's like,
does it definitely require attunement? Because I have the Sun Sword in my damage thing, and I don't remember ever, like...
I think that is the one thing that kind of balances it against a +2 weapon.
Let me double check.
Otherwise, a straight-up +2 weapon is...
Yeah.
Some sort,
yeah, it's like so garbage in comparison.
I think that's the reason I didn't get it, is because it's like, oh, it requires attunement, so...
Right.
Versus a +2 weapon.
So,
I mean, it's still like...
I'm looking at Donjon right now because that's like my usual like go-to. So according to this, Sunblade does require attunement.
Yeah, that's like the only thing that in any way gives it some semblance.
It's
of
also
balance.
considered a rare versus a very rare, which I know like very rare is like +3 or whatever, but yeah.
Weird.
And I know Small Leaf has his +3 weapon, so there's no way that he would want it, but she would just offer it to the crew. Like,
if I could keep it on there, I would use it.
The other thing is, Radar is has his warlock attunement to his blade, so I mean, you can switch it, but
can we tape the Sunblade to the Staff of Force?
Slow down.
Listen, it's not touching his hand, so I can still be attuned to it, but he's doing it on my behalf.
Yeah. Guess roll a d20.
If there is a god.
what are we rolling a d20 for?
If they got a 20, I would consider it.
Yeah.
The 20 puts it on my desk.
Listen, the amount of 20s other people got tonight, I think I earned this one.
Yeah.
14, too? What type of shit is that?
2 14s. Alright, it's with my secretary.
Yeah. Look, that's still a low chance, okay? Look, Small Leaf doesn't care about laws and space-time. Right?
Yeah.
I talk to dead people.
Yeah.
This is the blessing of Ra!
And he kills dead people.
That's true.
He kills them in mass, not just a little. He does it professionally and makes it look like it's easy. I've never seen a smaller man punch more undead in the face. Ever.
So, we're doing our short rest here, and we're talking about our plans and kind of figuring out that type of stuff. And everybody roll a perception check. If I can find it. Oh, and make sure to turn... Yeah. I was going to say, make sure that the... Yeah. I'm going to take the 20 on yours, Tim, so don't worry about it.
Alicia's too busy eating sand.
Why are you eating the sand?
Because my intelligence is low. I dropped my ration hamburger into the sand. That's why.
Ra, where are you?
Okay, so...
My sun-dried tomatoes have run out.
Right. So, Small Leaf and Radare. You both notice, maybe there was like maybe there was a creek or something. We're getting used to maybe the sound of coconuts dropping and stuff like that. But in the, let me just call it the jungle. So like if you guys can see like that direction, you know,
Mhm.
I don't
like
see it.
in the woods.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
something seems off. Like you both kind of get the feeling that like that we're being watched, maybe, or that yeah, there's just you just feel like unusual,
Oh
like you
no,
feel
he killed
uneasy.
the sacred guardian of the tribe's people.
Alicia asks if you all have considered the coconuts.
No.
Considered its leaves. The island does as it please.
Wait, we're on Montanui?
Yep.
No.
And you just killed the heart of Tafiti.
No! Where is Maui?
That was Maui.
Well, good thing I pray to Tamatoa. No, we killed his crabs!
Yep. Well, he killed his crabs too.
Fish dinner.
Jesus. What you mean, crab dinner?
So Alicia's eating her sandy crab dinner, looking this way. Just not eating sand.
Redair kind of glances to the side, like, you know, not trying to look like, oh, I obviously saw what was, or heard what was over there, but just trying to, like, keep his eye on the, you know, on
Right, that direction. Yeah, just like casually, like, oh, I'm just thinking.
the, yeah,
Your eyes are like, you know, just bolted over there. Like,
yeah,
face is looking down, but your eyes are up over that way.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so as
Redair-
well, Smallleaf, you get that feeling of uneasiness from the woods.
Redair, you know, voices that to the group and kind of speaks quietly and says, I think there's something in the jungle watching us. I don't know what. Part of me wants to go in and find out, but the other part of me realizes we do need to be discreet.
I want to say the dumber part of Alicia would be like, what is a jungle? Like, she's used to the desert and salt marsh. I think those are her only two things, so that might actually be a question she asks. Like, that's awful, but what is a jungle?
Yeah, we're just kind of.
Like, it's like,
That see that line of trees over there that where there's a lot of plants and
it's like tropical woods.
yeah. It's where it's real. It's a forest it's where there's a bunch of trees and it's really really hot. And usually wet. Yeah.
Reminds me of Amonkhet, except for the wet part. I already don't like it.
Yeah. I think it would be best if we move away from the huge sea turtle. Just down the beach a little.
Yeah, Alicia will stand up and whatever the rest of the group does, like she's just gonna move with them.
We should, if we want to make it to that ridge, fine, but I think we should walk along the beach a little bit just to see if whatever is in the jungle pursues us or goes away.
Right.
If we haven't done so already, Alicia will fold up the boat here and give it, or at least offer it back to Mo.
Right. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, so, yeah, so just delete it.
I think she would have done that like before the rest.
Yeah,
but...
like during the rest, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as we all are, I guess like standing up and maybe like backing away from the turtle. I don't know if Smallleaf is doing that, but regardless, like maybe we just basically whenever we're all standing up and we start to maybe like kind of like back away from the woods and stuff, we actually notice like dropping from the trees, not near us, like over in the jungle, but like these tiny people kind of like start appearing and coming out, and most of them are. I'm gonna start like copying them here.
I'm gonna zoom in real quick. I'm gonna see. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, okay. I was looking at that at a different angle.
Right. Yeah, they're. I guess they
They
look like they actually kind of look like wheelbarrows. Like
they did from 100%. They look like wheelbarrows.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
So these.
even when you have to zoom in pretty good. It's like they're holding spears and they're
Yeah.
Once you see it, but until you do, it's like what?
Yeah.
What's
or
that?
like they're crossbows or something, or like
yeah.
like an art easel.
I thought it was an animal on 4 legs, and I'm even zoomed in close.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Gorgeous.
these like I mean they're basically like. Well, actually, I guess they're actually about the same size as Small Leaf. I mean, they're like halfling size, you know, like maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall, and they all kind of have spears, and they're all like holding them, you know, not like in an aggressive form, but they're all just kind of like creeping out of the woods. And the main thing that we notice is that they were extremely stealthed. Like, you know, like we heard them and stuff, but they all kind of just seem to be like appearing out of nowhere, and like, you know, there's like like whatever, like an aloe leaf or something, and like a guy comes out from behind it, and you're like, how is he even behind that? Like, what?
I guess if this is how they appear, Alicia would, I guess maybe like, I don't want to say like police put her hands up in like a thing, but she would maybe assume her most like diplomatic stance. Like obviously, like if she had her weapon out, she would put it away. Kind of like maybe like hand over her heart, like relaxed, like listen kind of motion, and
Right, yeah, like a peaceful pose or something, or like
whatever that would look like to her specifically.
Yeah.
And she would kind of like look back and forth to everybody, and if nobody kind of was like opposed to her like taking a step or two forward, like she might like start like walking toward them.
Yeah, and I'll say that they're like further away, like maybe like 30 feet to the right, but I just have them here just so that we can see them. But yeah, so one of them, let's say like in the direct center. Well, I guess I'll put them all in the back.
I mean, if there's an obvious leader, it would be up here. She's gonna move to like whatever point.
Yeah.
Very non-aggressively.
Yeah, they're all
unless
like.
the party else wants to do this, and they could be like, "Hey, like let me handle it." That's,
yeah. Roder's going to be more like again, he's not going to have his weapons held aggressively. Like he'll probably have it. He probably has his sword sheathed right now, but he's you know ready at a moment's notice if things go south. But
yeah, it was
kind of more like, okay, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Mo's in the like the Wild West type pose, you know, like the hand like over the gun, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like his hands aren't up, but he's like, you know, what are you guys gonna do?
I also
at the very least does have his shield out, you know.
This might be a good time to kind of mention, like, I think this would be like Rain's thing to like talk to the person. If Alicia can't talk to them, she's also not very smart, so to let her go alone, she may misinterpret what they're saying.
Tim, what were you saying?
I said, do we hear them speak like a language of any sort?
They have not spoken yet. But what I will say is that like there's like a line of them, and they're kind of like staggered or whatever. They're not like in a perfect like freaking British soldier line.
Yeah.
They're not like or CJ. What were those? Like the 8th Massachusetts line or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, then fire, everybody.
Yeah. But this one that is apparently like the alpha of the pack or whatever is coming up, and Alicia, as you're kind of approaching, like he kind of like points his spear, maybe like, you know, like he holds it, but he's just like, he keeps staring at you, but his eye, you notice, also keeps darting over to the turtle as well.
Okay, I think in this case maybe like Alicia sees this and she continues to like hands up, and maybe she's gonna like motion to Small Leaf because they're like similar in stature. Like she doesn't know if they're like some form of halfling or something. Like
Right.
she'd maybe like wide arm motion, like hey, like do you wanna walk with me? Kind of motion, and because I don't know if she's feeling maybe unconfident in her ability to talk to these people. So maybe like Small Leaf could
Right.
do so. Like he might have their respect more.
Yeah. So I will say that I'll just put like the red thing on him.
Mhm.
Like he's the main one. He is actually at that location. So like as you were coming up, he's kind of taking like a wider angle to the right, but he's still like slowly approaching. And the main thing that he seems concerned about is the turtle.
Yeah, like Alicia in that case would maybe move like this way and like maybe try to like not cut him off kind of thing like there, but more of just like wait here and see like what he does, and then like in a way that she's not meeting up with Small Leaf or anything, but you know
Right.
to like plan an attack. But yeah, so she might move here during that time after motioning Small Leaf and still being very like non-combative stance. Hopefully, you know, if Small Leaf would want to join in the whatever.
Yeah. Roll a perception check. And in fact, anybody can roll perception. The main thing that Mo is focused on is the main guy. But
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So Radera, I guess I would say that you're mainly focused on I don't know what you're focused on.
I'm probably more like, I wonder if they'd be impressed by the fact that we killed this sea turtle.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He
I
pulls
guess
out
you're. Yeah.
I wonder, yeah, kind of more thinking like, nah, like observing their weapons, like, nah, there's no way they could have ever slain a beast like this.
Yeah, either that, or also I would say that maybe Radera is just like focused on like the rest of the woods, like elsewhere. Like, oh, we're not being flanked or anything, right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
checking that kind of stuff, and like you're successful, but you're not looking at like the thing that's close to us, type thing.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, Alicia, you notice that all the natives are like all the other ones are basically like staring at you, and roll an insight too with the perception. I want to see like
Okay.
what kind of yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
Very.
So you think that because Alicia's yeah, I mean she's Azamar, right?
Yep.
So, like, whatever your features and stuff, like, they are kind of, like, in awe of you type of thing. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, you know, because, like, you can be in awe of a dragon. So it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you just seem that they're just... Actually, probably gawking is a good word. You know, like, somebody... Like, you feel kind of, like, awkward or something. Because they're just... Yeah, they're, like, dead, like, stupid staring at you. Stuff, and you're like kind of getting maybe a little unnerved, but it's not like you don't feel threatened at all.
Okay.
From it.
So to draw a parallel does Alicia maybe feel the way that the lizard folk felt after we killed Thousand Tooth? He was like the deity that they weren't allowed to kill, but we killed him.
You think it has more to do with your looks than with us defeating the turtle?
Okay.
Yeah, because you think it's all like about you, like it's all that type of thing.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, as time goes on, the like leader guy is going like pretty slow, and he's creeping. He has his spear kind of like pointed forward but down at the ground, you know. And he's just he's staring at you, and Small Leaf, are you like stealthed at all, or are you just like kind of standing or sitting at that location?
I was going to ask. I'm curious as to what Small Leaf was doing at this juncture.
Yeah.
I am.
Like, are you hiding like behind the corpse and peeking at him, or are you like just actually standing there?
No, by that point, I would have come out here and sat down.
Okay.
Nothing is less threatening or more threatening than a monk that just sits right in front of you.
Yeah, and if like, are you staring down like the rest?
He's either at pure peace or he's gonna break all of our necks.
Yeah. So yeah, the leader kind of like comes over here. He looks over at Mo and Radair. You know, he sees us all. He comes here. You see him kind of poke the fin.
And I think at this point, Radair's going to be kind of done, like, gazing at the
of course.
surroundings
Yeah.
and kind of be like,
Yep.
okay, like, and then he's going to try to, speak, maybe not, try to make his voice sound as, at least, friendly and just kind of say, like, greetings, or,
Yeah.
we don't mean any harm, as long as you don't mean any harm.
So whenever you start speaking, everybody notices that basically all of them kind of like now like immediately like tense up and they have their spears. But I would say that they all have their spears in the way that the red guy kind of had, where it's like not that they're pointing them up at anybody, but they seem like to firm up their grip and stuff.
Yeah.
Like whenever you speak.
As a reaction, maybe Alicia would hold her like one hand up, and maybe like look down in like a disposition of like not submission, but just like neutrality, maybe just to see if that has an effect on them. Like,
Right.
look over, like we are friendly.
Yeah, and Alicia and Smallleaf, you're close enough to hear that the communication possibly that is going on between a bunch of them is kind of just like grunts, like animalistic stuff. Like it seems like extremely simple, extremely like basic.
Oops. I fucked that up. I was gonna make a joke where I just program animalistic grunts.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're like, I'm proficient.
I've so moving on.
Yeah. So yeah, you see like
I was thinking of making a character at some point that would have like super, super low intelligence, but be super, super wise.
Right.
If you remember in Baldur's Gate,
Yeah.
when I made a Krug who was a cleric like that, or a half-orc cleric like that.
Right.
And his primary form of communication would be grunts, except for like one time during each session where he'd say something really wise and profound. But I was thinking like his knowledge proficiency would be grunt, so this would have been a perfect situation for that character.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that's me speak. Like, what more? But anyway,
Yeah.
that character is not here, obviously. Yeah, Radair's gonna, I guess, try speaking more because he's not. He doesn't hear that conversation. And I guess he's gonna say, "Do you have a name?"
Yeah, and they all kind of just have like the same stance, and the leader guy that's up here now is kind of like staring at you, but you see that he's like on top of the turtle, and he seems to just be like investigating it and like actually getting really close to it and like smelling it and like just kind of like poking it in places.
Yeah. Radair's gonna turn to Mo and say, "Yeah, I guess they don't speak common."
Yeah, let me see what just Mo knows actually.
I was gonna say, can I ask offhandedly if I hear them? Do they speak celestial, abyssal, infernal, primordial? Probably not.
No.
But those are the ones that Alicia is like most familiar with. They're all. I tried to pick those to be the most like.
The only other one out of that Radair knows is Draconic and Elvish. So, but I assume again it's not that.
Right.
Smallleaf, do you know like Sylvan or anything like that? Like by chance?
Nope. I know Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Halfling.
Okay.
I know the generic basis to get us through in any conversation in most regions. Even though I'm a hermit and I live in the woods.
Right. Yeah.
The skill you don't want, but the skill you have.
Yeah. I can talk to everybody. and I do,
But
and
I-
I've found that I hate them all.
Yeah. I can talk to everyone, and I choose to talk to no one.
Yeah, and
The
after
true
having
waste of
done
the world.
so, I wish to no longer.
Exactly.
It's the forbidden knowledge. Yeah, so after a certain point, the leader guy that's standing on top of the turtle kind of raises up his spear, like in triumph, basically, and the yeah. So he
like turns to Imo and says,
Yeah.
they're trying to claim
Yeah.
claim our victory.
Yeah, you see them all like gain feats and get all huge. Like, hell?
They gain level ups. Like,
yeah.
Why did
They're
sucks?
they're
Why
trying
did
to
they
take
do
our
that?
experience points.
They're all now level 7. Oh no. But yeah, so the leader guy kind of like hands his spear up, like in that victory pose that like somebody would do, and he is actually speaking in another language, but Mo and Smallleaf know Halfling. But it is some screwed up dialect of it, so not all the words are one-to-one and stuff
It's
like
like
that.
Australian to English.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah.
Fucking dingoes.
Like, yeah, right. Well, it's actually,
That's what my baby sister. Like
yeah,
what?
Right? Southern English.
yeah. I mean, there's that one video of the Irish news team where the Irish guy lost like his field of sheep, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. I'm gonna just type it in right now.
Yeah.
Field of sheep.
Yeah, like trust. Yeah.
Yeah, it's English, but it's
It's
very
not.
much
It's very
not.
far. Yeah, just play.
Find national, that's riding,
Mad
them in, and you want to say it, find national.
Last Saturday, Mikey Joe O'Shea brought his flock of Scotch sheep down from the mountain commonage ahead of lambing.
Yeah, see.
He discovered over 50 were missing.
Sean McWhorter.
Allowing for a number of deaths and strays, Mikey is convinced over
Yeah,
45
just
sheep
jump
have
it 30
This is like
seconds.
in the lambs and
Yeah.
everything, the sheep, just count out a nice bit of money, like. Can be done about
Yeah,
them,
like it's
Sure.
English, but it
Sure.
really isn't.
It's like, oh, jeez, man.
So
Yeah,
If-
so it's like that, where you're like, what? You're like, I swear we're speaking the same language, but
if he's raising his spear though, Alicia will maybe like half-heartedly not raise her weapon, but like she'll raise like an empty fist too, like we did it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So he is like yelling, and I'm not gonna do. I mean, there will be
Do
a
it.
point where I yeah, but yeah. I mean, he's just speaking kind of in this this tribal gibberish. But small. I'm trying to think of what
Irish
we could
halfling.
roll. Actually, just roll. Can't we click on this and actually?
Language proficiency just says you have it. It doesn't
Okay.
like if you had like like the tool proficiencies and custom skills, it you set it up for that, but languages are just your proficiency.
Thank you,
I mean,
Tim.
you could just say like
Thanks for
language
testing
is
it.
basically-
can you backflip into understanding?
Right.
I guess you could say do intelligence and add your
Intelligence.
proficiency if you know the language.
Yes, I can backflip into intelligence.
Does he not backflip into understanding?
Yeah.
He manipulates time and space.
I am the time halfling.
Well, okay, yeah. So you do backflip or whatever in acrobatics, and yeah, like the natives get like they pull, like they're maybe like all cheering and stuff after the leader does it, but they all point their spear at you or whatever. And then you land, and then they're like, ah! Yeah. And then they're kind of like like cheering and happy. And at this point, they are slowly kind of like approaching everybody, but now they're holding their spears in the way that it's like a walking stick formation. Like they're not two-handing them anymore. Like they're kind of approaching.
Alicia will wave way too hard with her free hand that's not in a shield. Her enthusiasm is just like, new friends!
Right.
with a very jovial expression, I suppose, and
Yeah, the leader comes down and he's like, "Hinga dinga hergen." Yeah, like,
Yeah,
She's like,
Ritter's like, well,
Hergadurga Hingen. They're like, that's war.
so most of them are kind of approaching, but they seem to be taking like a little bit of a circle, like around, like away from you guys. But let's just say that they are like in this
Ritter just kind of says, well, if they're going to claim victory over this, at least they're not going to tell anyone else about it, back home. So I'll set that story straight.
So
Maybe oh, go ahead.
yeah. If yeah, I'm thinking the leader would walk down the back and would approach you, Alicia.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might actually do, if it's fine with you, like an insight check to see like if Alicia has any or just any idea that like this guy doesn't have any idea what she's saying. Because like I think she doesn't present herself as very intelligent.
Right.
So I might just do that to see. Okay, so I think based on that, I think Alicia would understand that he doesn't know, because if it was like a 1, at least he'd be like, "Hello, I am," and just like go on a tangent.
Yeah, like talking, and you see just like this whole time, he's like as you're talking, he just seems to be like regarding you or like measuring you almost, like yeah, like he's like looking you like down and up and like kind of like looking at your armor and stuff like that, and yeah, and he seems less he doesn't seem like the in awe thing that the rest of the people were with you.
Okay, I think I'm pulling it together. Alicia, upon seeing him, would be like, maybe like point to herself in the typical like I am Alicia, small leaf, and then like pointing like Redair, Mo, we, pointing to herself, are here in like an outward motion for a treasure, and like maybe like point at like a gold bag by her side, and then like we, pointing to herself, mean no harm, and do like a left right motion with like her arm like at her head, like no harm, and like point to her sword and just see what he says.
Right. Yeah, so you do that, and he does like kind of mutter something, and you see him like kind of like maybe laugh a little bit, like not like a mocking laugh, but just like and he like kind of
Right.
yeah, and he kind of like walks over here looking at the ground, and then he looks at you, Small Leaf. I assume like you're maybe facing that direction, or if you're still staring at the jungle or something.
Small Leaf sees every direction at once.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess which way are you facing, Small
He is transcended.
Every direction at all times.
So you're sitting maybe crisscross applesauce, let's say. Which way?
Whatever way the plot dictates, because
If you
Small
were
Leaf
to
will-
have an erection, which way is your dick pointing?
What?
You don't
Yes.
ask that question.
Yeah.
All the ways.
Yeah, right. You're like, I forgot to tell you, my character has a problem.
He's half
I'm doing the helicopter dance.
Yeah, right.
halfling, all Hydra, baby.
Okay, but assuming that you're staring at the jungle, he will come this way to face you.
While he himself faces down.
Yeah. Right. In fact, if you're sitting down, he'll kind of sit down as well, or like crouch down on one knee. And he will say something in his native tongue to you, and I want you to roll. Yeah, and like what CJ said, intelligence. Just roll like an intelligence throw, I guess.
Intelligence.
And we'll add 4. Okay, so he. Yeah, you basically understand all the words that he said, because they're all words that are pretty close to like combat and stuff like that. But you get basically what he asked you is, did the 4 of you really defeat you know, one of the great sea turtle. You know, like he doesn't
What?
say sea turtle. Yeah, he doesn't say like sea turtle. You know, it's like maybe they have a different word for it, but that's what you get. Like, did you all really defeat like, you know, this great creature, type thing? And when he says great creature, it's not. You don't get the sense that, let's say that they're offended. You know, it's not like, oh, you kill our sacred cow. You know, like that type of thing. It's not like that. It's like great as in powerful type thing. So he says that to you. Like, did you really defeat this great creature? You know, like you didn't just whatever, like it was in here washed up dead and then whatever, like it didn't.
And we sat here wailing on it for a minute.
Yeah.
Proof is in the freshness. Make some sushi.
Trying to think how the best way or how Smallleaf would convene though.
Right, because in their culture, not shaking your head up and down yes may actually mean no.
I know.
So that's actually how it is in India. Shaking your head, like the way we shake our head no, means like I understand or I get it.
Right.
I convene it in the best way I think I can.
Wait, is there 10 guys out here?
And
Yeah,
then-
there is. Okay.
And then bow at the end.
You convey what?
I said I try to convene it the best way I can with like hand signs and like
oh,
my
right.
grunt,
Right.
and then I bow at the end.
Yeah, like that we did do it. Like that we did
Yeah.
kill it. Yeah. He yeah, like and whenever you bow, you know, he says, "We don't do that here." No. He says that in common. You're like,
Kunda.
yeah. Kind of forever. No, but yeah, like whenever you do that, like
what?
yeah, he like nods and like kind of bows back to you, and he asks I'm trying to think, like he asks you a question that's kind of weird, and I'll let you interpret it, but he basically asks who the final warrior was. And I'll let you interpret that, unless you want to like roll to get assistance. But yeah, he basically asks like, who is the final warrior?
Who was the final kill?
Yeah, it's probably asking who got the killing blow.
Killing blow was Alicia.
Yep.
You returned all a warrior.
I would be offended if you weren't so right.
Yeah. Come on, do the ethical thing. Say Alicia.
The Smallleaf doesn't do ethical things.
Alicia has no idea what's going on. She's like, "What butterfly?" Alicia's got no idea what's going on, so she's like, "Well, I'm upside down now."
I hit my chest and then I put my staff in the air and point to myself.
Okay. So he, I guess one thing is like, the dress, you know, it's like pretty typical, like they barely have any armor. They all look extremely like, you know, fit and muscly. They don't have like any fat on them. They just have these spears. They have maybe like random like other paint and stuff like that. They don't seem like, I don't know, what people would call like war paint. Like they don't look like they're like insane, you know, like that kind of thing. But they have some like cosmetic stuff on, you know, maybe like shown personality or something like that. But the one thing that you do notice is that, like, you know, the leader guy, aside from maybe being like bigger or a little bit older than the rest, he actually has like a pure gold necklace on. And what he does is kind of stabs the spear in the sand, and he takes off the golden necklace and like comes to you, like acting like he's gonna put it around your neck. So like if you don't stop him, he gives you this golden necklace, but he like puts it on your head. And at this point, I guess he's like standing. He's like standing over you, type thing. And he
Small gladly accepts.
right, and he kind of like grabs your shoulders and like wants you to like stand up, type thing.
Small leaf will stand.
Okay. Yeah, so like he does that, and he just has his hands, like on your shoulder or whatever, and he seems kind of like, like kind of smiling and like looking at the other guys, and he's just like kind of laughing, and they're all like, ha ha, like kind of like cheering, and they know basically now that they think that you're the one that got the last hit on the turtle.
Woohoo!
Or the final warrior, however that is interpreted. So the next thing, and I guess I'll have you roll again on this. Roll
Intelligence.
yeah. Cause yeah.
14.
Yeah, plus what's our proficiency bonus?
4.
4, 18. Yeah, so he starts talking like pretty fast to the rest of the people, but basically you get the idea that he is instructing them to start to prepare to basically carry the sea turtle and stuff like that, and you hear that some words that you pick up along with that is basically that he's gonna like they're gonna have a feast, and like they're gonna obviously like have the feast in all of our honors type thing.
Yeah.
I guess when Redair kind of sees that they're kind of starting to make preparations to move the
Yeah,
turtle.
like I mean, you see that they're all like kind of circling around
Yeah.
it or whatever.
Redair's gonna kind of infer what's going on. That like, oh, okay, they're gonna take it and probably prepare it for food and use its supplies for other things. But Redair's gonna walk up to Smallleaf and say, tell them, can you seeing that Smallleaf can communicate, he's gonna say, can you tell them that I wish to help them move this creature?
I try to figure out the best way of doing that.
I guess Redair then, if Smallleaf's not sure how to convey it, Redair kind of, puts his shield on his back and then, kind of makes a, I don't know. I guess kind of makes it look like he's, like, kind of joins in, like, makes it look like, like, hey, I want to help, and kind of, just tries to naturally join the group and,
Right. Yeah, you notice that the like, I guess for ends and stuff like that, like maybe some of the guys over here are having like trouble for the head, and like you come up and they're kind of like maybe like a little scared at first, but then you just come in like right away and start like going for the head to help them or whatever and lift it, and they're like oh okay, and like start nodding to each other like, all right, he's got the head, like nice, I get to carry this other spot, So yeah, this guy like,
exactly.
comes over here, I guess. Alicia, you still notice as well that most of like the other basically everybody that's not the leader is like still kind of in that like awe of you. Like you notice that they keep kind of making like peeks at you, but now that they have like some kind of thing that they're working on, they seem like pretty interested in that as well.
Okay. I think seeing, like that all that transpired. At least he has no idea what the hell anybody's saying, and then
Right.
seeing them like kind of pull stuff apart. Maybe she'll, I don't know if she would like join and help, but I guess because she has her like gauntlets of ogre strength, she would maybe like move in and like grab a large piece and just like pick it up over her head with like whatever an ease of 19 strength would be.
Right. Yeah, like as you're kind of coming over, the leader seems to take like an interest in you again, and he he stabs his spear like in like in the sand or whatever to like show his empty hands, and he kind of he says something and moves his head in a way that you don't even have to roll an insight to tell that he kind of like he wants to like touch you, kind of thing, like.
Yikes!
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No, I mean, yeah, I guess Alicia would kind of like stop and just maybe like shrug her shoulders, like,
Right.
like,
Like,
yeah,
yeah. So like he just like puts his hand like, like on your armor and like feels it and maybe like knocks it with his hand. Feels that it's like hard, and then like, I guess you have like a piece of fabric or something that's possibly sticking out of another part, like at your arm or something, and he feels that. And like he seems to kind of like nod a little bit, and he kind of knowing you can tell that he's picked up that like obviously like maybe Small Leaf is the only one that he's going to be able to communicate with, so
right.
he kind of he points at you and kind of he actually like knocks like kind of hard on your chest, not like a punch or anything like that, but like
Right.
like hard knock on a door. And he comes over to the turtle and knocks on that, and he puts his fingers together like interlocking and is kind of like smiling and laughing, and you get that he's saying that like, you are kind of like the turtle, like like you and the turtle are like one and the same type thing. Like,
Right.
gesturing,
Okay. Yeah.
So he's like, he's just conveying that to you, whether it's just like a simple idea, but it's like he's recognizing that you're kind of like a turtle too, like.
I think Alicia would maybe like use her left hand and like knock on the turtle back, and then like point back at herself with a smile and do like an interlocked fingers prayer position, and maybe just cast like light on her hands.
Okay, so
that it creates a little bit of magic. Not obviously not like a flare, not aggressive, but it's like like back to her at her heart like level. Do that, and then. If nothing else happens, like then she cancels it, just kind of like laughs a little bit.
Right.
It's like,
yeah, I will say that whenever you, what did you cast light on your hand?
My hands, like in the middle of my hands, so maybe it like pours through my fingers, less like on my hands, but more in between them from a prayer position.
Right. So, whenever you do that, all of the like natives like kind of like see that immediately, and they all like get down. They all get down on one knee and just like have their like spears towards you, including the leader. And like because the leader didn't have like his spear with him, he's just like down on the ground, kind of like his hands are down on the ground too, like bowing towards you. So they're like all pointed at you whenever you do that.
Alicia is very confused. Like,
I guess Rader's gonna roll an insight to see if he gets a idea of what's going on.
Yeah, you're like, damn it. Roll that again. That's you're having too many like out of combat. Not yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
As a paladin too, like Rader probably picks this up.
So
advantage.
Yeah, just from like a combat point of view, you can tell that they are basically like immediately surrendering to her. Like this is like a typical thing, like that they just immediately like drop their weapons and get down. Like they're submitting. This is like the position of submission. You don't think that there's anything like that. The only thing is that the leader is like chanting something. So if Small Leaf, if you want to roll again, and you can kind of tell, everybody can kind of tell that there's, not to say like a musical undertone or something with it, but it seems like more ordered.
As Small Leaf is rolling, I would ask: is this like a like does Alicia feel like this is religious in some way? Like
7, I think it's nothing.
Right.
Well, you had +4 to that. So.
Yeah. So with an 11, yeah, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to make out. You think it's you're picking out like some words here and there, but you can't really put it together. But you do get that it is. You get the sense that it is some kind of prayer. And Alicia, with your, are you proficient with religion? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll. You think that he is saying like some type of prayer, and especially with your arcane background, yeah, he's not like casting a spell or a curse or something. It's
Yeah, I
definitely
have
more of
religion and arcana, so.
right. Yeah, so he's saying that.
So
Yeah, Radair's, voices like, I think they're surrendering
I
to
think
you.
I think maybe with like her right hand, Alicia would maybe grab him by like one of his forearms or like his biceps a little bit and like try to like get him to stand back up.
Right. Whenever you
And
touch him, he does seem to like freak out a little bit.
okay, so if he allows me
But
to,
yeah,
I'm not-
like he has like a jerk reaction to it. Like
Okay.
he's like really surprised, like like
right. So if Alicia can kind of like touch him and cause him to stand up with one hand, she's gonna like look the leader in the eyes, like maybe shake her head like.
yeah, he's looking down.
Okay,
He's
well
not
she'll
looking
she'll
at
shake
you.
her head no anyway and like touch her chest and then touch his and then touch hers again. As like a like we are like equals, like there's
Right.
no like whatever you're doing is unnecessary.
Yeah. When you do that, yeah, like he looks up at you, and you see that he's actually kind of like crying.
Well, then she would just nod her head like it's okay, like and just if she feels like he didn't catch the chest touch before as like I feel you or like we're on the same level, she'll do it again. But otherwise, she's just gonna like stoically like kind of nod because I don't know what she thinks the religion is going on here, but she's just kind of like
Right.
we are all friends. There's no reason for any of this.
Right. He he starts saying a word, and Small Leaf, you don't have to you don't even have to roll for this because this is just like a known word, and they're all kind of like saying it after the leader says it, but basically it roughly translates to savior. So they're kind of like all looking, now looking at each other. Like after the leader gets up, the rest of them, like kind of like get up and they seem kind of like bashful or something like that. But after the leader is saying, like, looking at the rest of them and nodding and saying savior and savior, they all are like kind of getting surprised and stuff like that, and they're doing that, and yeah. So they're all kind of like saying that to each other.
Yeah, assuming that Alicia has no idea what they're saying, and by assuming she doesn't, she's just gonna continue what she was doing unless somebody says something otherwise.
Right. Yeah, so eventually they, they kind of, let's say, sober up.
Right.
And, yeah, they get back to, like, grabbing the turtle, but, everybody can kind of tell that the mood of all of them has shifted to that like we're all like a team now somehow. Like somehow that was kind of like a bonding experience or something between like them and us. It's kind of
Right.
like we have, we're a unit, they're a unit, and then that specific event, like we all kind of get that sense.
We fought the turtle and they came out and we were all fine.
Right.
So it was like
Yeah.
we're nothing has happened to make us not be friends, essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, Radair, if you're helping, and Elysia, if you're helping as well. At this point, Mo is like still kind of keeping his distance. I'll just say that Mo picked up some of the words that he got in Halfling, but he's not going to act on. I think probably at some point, you guys would know. Like technically, our characters would know that Mo would know Halfling as well, but he hasn't said or like acted on anything like that. He's just kind of like, yeah, I'm good at scamming, like, normal people, let's say, but yeah, he's kind of like, he's like, alright, I'll let you guys deal with these people, because I'm not, like, this isn't my forte, so he's kind of taking the back seat on this one. But he's not going to offer to help either, because he has freaking, like, 9 strength. So.
It's Alicia has like the
He has
same
8
but
strength.
the gauntlets, so we're like, alright.
Yeah, so Smallleaf, is there anything that you want to do? Like, do you want to like interact with them? Like, is there anything else that you wanted to say to them? I mean, basically, the leader gave you the necklace that he had, and was kind of you understand that he's conveying it to you like, hey, like you're a great warrior. Here's like a trophy type thing. Like, like here's like the passing of honor. What was that?
I really don't think so.
Okay, yeah, and that's fine. So yeah, so the natives and stuff start to carry the turtle, and basically the leader will convey, I guess, through Smallleaf that basically they're gonna have like the idea of a feast, some type of like honor feast, and that they're gonna like cook up this turtle and that this is like normal. It's kind of like this was like a great accomplishment, being able to defeat one of these turtles, and it's like, oh, like we get the rare like honor banquet, like, and we're eating like the cool animal type thing. It would be like whenever we killed Thousand Tooth, we didn't do anything with its body, did we? Oh, I guess we took its head back, right?
Yeah, I think as a trophy.
Right.
Yeah, but they didn't want to like eat it. They just wanted it to be killed, but they weren't allowed to do it.
Right.
What's the difference?
Yeah. So this is just like, yeah, we're all like helping carry the turtle, and they're taking the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
especially because we didn't like necessarily do anything like, yeah, like you didn't disintegration beam it or something. Like it's still like largely intact. So, yeah. So they and us all technically start heading into the jungle, and like the leader is kind of like taking point.
Radair is going to say, well,
and I'll say that we're, yeah. I mean, you can keep talking, but
I was gonna say, did we tell the sailors what our plan was? Like,
no, we didn't actually.
Because yeah, Radair's going to kind of voice that, like, hey, we're going. Like, yeah, we're going with these guys, but we need to let the sailors know what the plan is,
right?
So that they can, make repairs to the ship and not be, know that we're going to be exploring the island starting today, and maybe let them know that we found this tribe. So.
Yeah, I was going to say that I think Alicia would have done the same if Radair didn't already do that, about saying like we have ship. We have friends on ship. Can friends join feast? Thinking about like the size of the turtle, too. But she has no way of really communicating that. So if like either Mo or Smallleaf sees her trying and failing, maybe they could add some words to it. But she would try.
Right. Yeah. He yeah. I guess whenever that's happening, yeah, the leader then like looks off into the ocean and is just now noticing like. Or to what we seem is like starting to pay attention to the ship, and he let me think about this. He conveys that basically the boat has to like stay at the boat.
Right.
Basically. Yeah, like there's he's kind of, however he's gesturing, like there's us and then there's like, the boat.
Like boat.
Yeah, and then like, it's like the boat's like their own unit, and then like we're, like you are the ones that killed the turtle, and like the boat is somewhere else. But yeah,
so they're not part. They can't participate in the victory feast. I guess.
Like it would.
Right.
Yeah, like it's just like no. Like they don't even get to show up. Like no. Like
That's. I think typically Alicia might not agree with that, but after like the lizard folk thing, she's like, I understand this culture.
Yeah. It's like they didn't even. Yeah, they didn't. I mean, it's kind of like the culture of like they didn't contribute, so they don't get it. But if you give gifts to somebody, that's kind of extending like whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Alicia would think like she wanted to invite them so they could be fed, but she's also
Yeah.
thinking like they have supplies on the boat, and then to her like this is maybe like lizard folk level where like we are being invited in because of deeds, they're not, and it's
Right.
like
Yeah, and it's
she,
definitely
she
like a cultural shift thing.
yeah,
Where
and
it's like a
Alicia's not a
difference.
diplomat. Like she's friendly to everybody, but she's not a diplomat. Like she's not trying to
Right.
build bridges. She's just trying to make everybody happy and convert to raw maybe. But secondary.
Yep. So, yeah, and we can just say that, like, Redair or Mo or whoever, notified the people on the ship that, like, hey, we're gonna go, like, do this feast thing, and then, like, you guys, like, whenever we're gone, just, like, get whatever wood you can and, like, try to do on the ship, but, obviously don't abandon us here.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
And warning them that, hey, there are dangers on the island.
Yeah,
Don't
like, yeah,
don't don't
definitely
t-
mega dangers. Like,
don't take unnecessary risks and
yeah,
don't stray too far.
yeah, like, really just try to stay at the ship and fix it up and, yeah, that kind of stuff. And, yeah, and you don't get a sense that, I mean, obviously, like, we helped them, like, defeat the captain and paid him the wages and stuff like that, so if anything, they just think that they're employed with us right now, and they're like, yeah, like, of course, yeah, we'll fix up the ship and get it ready for whenever you guys come back and whenever you want to go wherever the hell we're going to go, because we don't really have, like, a mission. I mean, some of the guys are like, oh, I want to go back to my home city of whatever the hell. A faraway land. But yeah, as we head into the jungle, that is where we will stop for tonight. But basically, the natives are taking us to the honor feast of the huge sea turtle.
It reminds me of Chrono Trigger, if any of you have played that game.
No.
Okay. It's a classic Super Nintendo RPG. You do it's like time travel based, so it's like it starts off like you're in present day and you go back in time to like Middle Ages, and although it's like a fantasized version of the Middle Ages, and then there's like a prehistoric one, and when you arrive in the prehistoric era, you meet the tribal people, and then they invite you to a feast and stuff like that. So
Right.
it reminds me of like and like the it's cool because like in the game, like you can like do little things, like you can dance or drink or challenge the one person to a drinking contest at the party, and uh you know they like speak in their like caveman kind of talk. So it reminds me a lot, this situation reminds me a lot about that. But I still have the Pipe of Remembrance, so I'm thinking that might make an appearance, and it doesn't require attunement, so like
Right.
all of us could take turns, showing our
Or,
feats and stuff.
yeah. And especially, we just hit level 12, so.
That'll be
Is that supposed to be